posh. This lifestyle here is dangerous. Man of the TP and build boss. Papi mu motoka put on your status. You dey suffer, but you dey posh. Yeah, take posh. How about you say we nice us? Hey, oversee where you catch na Lagos. Suffer posh. Mama show you na suffer posh. Suffer posh. Already you dey talk na slush. Suffer posh. Let me show you na suffer posh. Suffer posh. Matthew hold the lights and a flush. Speak English by one Ghana with fun. Never pull angry and a chingom. Go to all my way to get fine a big dog. From A to foot if you check fine a chinchong. Na Facebook, in a Chantel. The way you can host in a Yabom. Instagram, in a Nari. The way you can host a Banagom. Where send they come? All a shinka. Only Sinabo, Lala Pinta. Who's a Leboni? Go to Africa. The papa na Popo Kapinta. Suffer. You dey make posh. This lifestyle here is dangerous. Man of the TP and build boss. Papi mu motoka put on your status. You dey suffer, but you make posh. Yeah, take posh. How about you say we nice us? Hey, oversee where you catch na Lagos. Suffer posh. Mama show you na suffer posh. Suffer posh. Already you dey talk na slush. Suffer posh. Let me show you na suffer posh. Suffer posh. Matthew hold the lights and a flush. From woman no begin come up gear. No be snow with the short spear. If you mount the post pass of gear for money he no eat. Must be a fully make up. Sam Nababu. The first in construction one man up. Bobo in chain na him neck. Sankama winner me boss can beat me. Come na da who. Na me talker. Bella Kuti. Chinese clothes like na Gucci. Fireborn like na boutique. Big boy was starting na to tick. Suffer. You dey make posh. This lifestyle here is dangerous.
And I welcome to Salon for All and Voice for All Network Television. I am your host, Khadija Tijan Nabi. Make recognize Madam Aisha Khan Kamara. Welcome, Mr. Clifford Koma. Welcome, Mr. Abubakar Kaloko. Welcome, Madam Subi Sire Wuri. Welcome. Anybody else want to see it? I will recognize it later. Mr. Alex Smith. Welcome, Madam Martha Sise. Welcome. And please share. They come back. We get a lot for discuss and few people then call we also and join me later, but I get a lot of analysis for puts to the table where we all get for discuss before we get the other folks and come in. Mr. Sule, welcome. why not, sir? Thank you for your kind words. Thank you. Will they come back and please share. They come right back.
Suffer posh. Mama show you na suffer posh. Suffer posh.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Salon for All and Voice for All Network Television, where every voice matters. I am your host, Khadija Tijan Nabi. Always ready and determined to bring you current events from home and abroad. What to expect, wide focus or range of topics from political, family, relationship, empowerment, breaking news, both local and international, emergency topics, entertainment, both local and international, comedy, event affecting our various communities, political debate, educational session, exclusive interview with either local or international celebrities or high profile, showcasing up-and-coming artists, entrepreneurs, philanthropists. If it is happening, we're here to be that voice and the network to show it. If you have a story, let's share it, build it, and show it. Let us be your voice. Stay tuned to Salon for All and Voice for All Network Television for more. Do not forget to subscribe to our Facebook page, our YouTube page, our Instagram page, and our Twitter page. And also feel free to visit our website. We thank you all for being part of the Salon for All Network family.
Trust me, Salon people, one of my people them, and Sierra Leone, Lumber as a whole, one day SLPP don't make name day. One day SLP don't record a Lumley. Trust me.
Why are the money, the 10 billion years to you? Yeah, why are that money this evening?
Sample mix. You dey suffer, you dey make posh. This lifestyle here, it's too dangerous. Man of good to pick and build boss. Snap and people motoka put on your status. You dey
Hey, Abu. Abu, you see the opera, you know better, Abu. I think I did big, you know, this also better. This is my pizza. See how this game. Yeah, I think I did big. This one, I don't get up. While I go land.
You dey suffer, you dey make posh. This lifestyle here, it's too dangerous. Man of good to pick and build boss. Snap and people motoka put on your status. You dey suffer, you dey make posh. Yeah, take posh. How about you feel say we high boss? Say oversee where you catch na Lagos. Suffer posh, Papa show you na suffer posh. Suffer posh, all wetin you dey talk na slush. Suffer posh, baby show you na suffer posh. Suffer posh, my max the holy license and flush. Speak English, my one kinda we fun. Never pull angry, panda chingom. Go to all my weight guess fine a big done. From 8 to foot, if you check fine a chinchong. Na Facebook, you na Chantel. The way you can a host, you na Yabom. Instagram, you na Line.
Okay, so.
Yeah, Papa.
Then this year, that year they shop. So fine. So I'm not going to get 1,500,000.
1,500,000.
Best you 500,000, yeah?
Let me get the 500.
Yes, to take care, yeah?
Okay, and you don't talk because you don't talk. When she said I can destroy.
Ah!
What's your question? Papa.
What do you give me that gun?
Papa, you call what can do. Now call it the number. Call it the number. See no passion thing. What they say for affiliate is come on. You know by what's it they take it close in the food in the cover in the morning.
Keep on! So good! So good!
The man won't want to enter. What's it can I say? Oh, Sarah. I always see the one I want to know about.
You speak English.
Let us speak yourself. I don't like to go. The money come from back. Not from the pocket too. Papa, when I this exam is a pass and so. I don't trust her.
I'm on the way could online this one, the college. Many food one on the families.
I don't trust her now. What you can go foolish about you, I tell you.
That's right.
For my mom, you are Caesar. Yes, you are Caesar. When I book it, if I knock it down, Papa said to the devil at school. Because I will buy you, Caesar, because it's 6 1 at the play. Rubbish in console, that will buy the limits to Michael Wilberforce. Papa, why is this? This is what you want to say. Let's see how it's so. Step the money, need to. Neither can not go. You have to school and turn the way out. And think you are putting on the walls. So you need to make it easier. Where the money go to? So for responsible. So make it for seconds. Now get your money.
I'm on the way. If you don't like this store, you can be families.
But the 500,000. Not be on the other.
Okay, I'll give you. So I was the
Well, you are the buy the Julius, pay back for the Caesar. Julius in a 600,000. The Caesar in a 500.
when you buy you just cost.
If I buy them on Julius, I not buy Caesar. Well, I don't feel. When the Caesar, then I don't have to be one for. Because you cannot buy Julius. But let me tell you a phenomenon. You cannot buy a Julius and then you leave a Caesar. Let's say the Caesar, not the government. What it is, paragraph 1 by Julius, the government John is the one was in the pastor. In order to see a paragraph. Papa should out to the one in the bottom. Don't get funny money, Papa, if you get for that, I don't have the tear them. Papa, so I don't have the tear them. Lawyer. Watching the government here, the seller, what you want to tell you, I'm sentenced in the pen. Papa, listen, I tell you something. Me can friend wait here, so you don't sack me down this year. For 5 cents, we're not going to school.
Let's go at the country.
You don't know. Papa.
So when buy you let's for buy sister.
If you don't buy, then a problem.
Oh, me lawyers. Oh, me lawyers.
Papa, come here, buy sister.
Don't buy the best dance.
Na chingom. Go to all my way guys find a big dog. From A to food if you check find a chinchong. Na Facebook, you na Chantel. The way you can host you na Yabom. Instagram, you na Larry. The way you can host na Gbanagbom. Where say me come? All la shinka. Dolly Sinamo, Lala Pinta. Who's I them born you? Go to Africa. You papa na Popo Kapinta.
Punanga, Saraka, it's just like yeah.
Punanga, I made you work like this capital so.
Okay.
Motoka, put on your status. You dey suffer, but they make POSH. Yeah, take POSH. How about if you say we ice us? They oversee where you catch na Lagos. Suffer POSH. Papa show you not suffer POSH. Suffer POSH. Already you dey talk na stush. Suffer POSH.
What's up? This man has not taken it in half. You do my God, Mr. Sakala!
No, that's one Bobo. Dry one. And they spend money for that Bobo day. They know it will do nothing. If you saw it dry like a pussy, like a class 1 train. Nah, me first of all, we watch money making machine. Let me get the ink from London. Wait till this one. Wait till. Come. Guys, Amadou. If you see I lost this baby, no problem.
Calm down. What's happening?
No. This baby will meet up in a beach. No, I'm not like Barrow. No, I'm not like Barrow. What be the are you back? I'm not like.
I don't complain. Okay.
No, we need do nothing. That's why you do that.
I just want you.
No, Amadou. This baby. Now, bitch.
If you're talking again,
I never not.
just be, you know now.
Now, bitch, no more. Let's sit down a pala. But we're going to not talk nothing.
You don't talk as you. If you know the day.
You back as a bit more to no coach, bye. Just
In a place, just keep.
now that place, be now no go talk here now. Nay.
It's now for what's it? Okay, let's talk next thing.
Amadou. Oh, boy, say, oh.
Yeah, okay, wait, go at the camp. At the camp.
5 minutes.
But that's when you go back in Moscow.
I'll call you back.
When it's something that I'll call you back.
Sorry, anything?
Yes, if I want to take the Moscow, man, you go get the Moscow right now.
Calm down.
That's what come down, girl. This still ain't no fun.
Calm down. What's happening?
If I go take the Moscow, man, won't give me problem. And I don't give me problem, so big, girl.
Calm down.
That's what come down, but what? So, bro.
Calm. What's happening?
You go leave the Moscow, man. Yes, you tell me that no get problem. But I don't take the Moscow. I don't take the Moscow. You just me to talk back my phone.
Sorry, calm down.
No, I'm not going to give me trouble. This man because they buy.
No.
I never said I take care of
Let's go, let's go, let the Moscow. Give me the key. No problem.
You know what you will need?
I don't do it.
No, I cannot use this kind of road. Yeah. I gotta leave my Range Rover No. If you come now, I'll go rush give you the $10,000 or else I'll leave. Okay, but I saw a lady, let me talk to her. Yeah, maybe go give me directions.
Is it worth? No way. No, like seriously. Where's my Range Rover 2020 model? What are you saying? You guys are supposed to deliver the car to me today. I just spent like $10 billion to purchase this house. I need my car. I can't be driving Range Rover. No, Range Rover is low class. You said what? Okay. I need it like ASAP. I need it like tomorrow.
Yeah,
it has to be delivered.
Okay.
I will wire the money, the 10 billion years to you. Yeah, wire that money this evening. Don't worry. No, that money, that is what you use to bribe the people that are supposed. You know I want to buy State House. So that is just the money we use to bribe the people.
Right.
That's not the money I'm going to use to buy State House.
I think I can talk to this.
Okay, let me call you back. Yeah.
I'm going to ask for Ayuba.
You sorry?
Ayuba Sidi.
I don't understand Creole. I don't understand Creole. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, do you know about
No, I'm new here. I just bought this house like a few days ago. Yeah, I'm here to check out the place and all that. I don't know people around this area. I'm actually.
It's one of the best DOP cereal. But we met in America as a friend.
Wait. You met him in America?
Sure.
Okay, I think I might know him. Oh, I met him in Geneva. And when I was traveling to Yugoslavia, and I wanted to reach to Italy, and I think it was on my journey to the.
Yeah, he used to stay at Burkina Faso. Bosnia.
No, that's not where you met him. Bosnia is actually near Bo.
No.
Is it not near Bo?
No. If it's Sabi, why not Sabi? I talk to you.
No, I didn't say I know Bo.
My
I'm
sister,
just
I'm
talking about.
filthy rich. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to talk to you. I'm a brother.
No.
Hello? Obama speaking. Yeah, Obama. What's that? Yeah, I'm in Africa. Let me talk to you, man.
No. No, hold on. Yeah. Hold on. No, hold on. You need to turn the phone down. I need to talk. Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm not going to forget.
You want to change the policies in America?
I know. Oh, the Queen!
Catch me out there, but I had to get that myself. That's not easily doing my auntie, my third, my mom, everybody just wanted me to get married. I had to run away. 10,000 pounds to get what I'm done. I'm supposed to have dinner dates with Dangote and Big Gates. I need to call them and cancel.
No cancel.
Why?
Because I need an opportunity. Dangote, Bill Gates, me na Yapo. I'm supposed to have dinner with Yapo, everything. Yes, they said, let everybody.
No, hold on. Hey, that's low class.
Oh, yes. I know I need to waste the place. Come. All this, you don't drink them. All.
There's no more so I didn't drink well, you know. That's not when I went to meet Obama for dinner in Atlanta. So I drank a lot. This is just new. I'm just trying to know how to trust.
Trouble not for them. What is it? What? 400,000? Not a bit.
Baby, that's so cheap.
Huh?
2 weeks ago when I had a dinner with the Queen of England, this man had $50,000 pounds.
Not true. 20,000 pounds. 400,000. I'm not going to say no charge by you. That is English way they talk about. No make like say no charge to you. Talk to you, yeah. Okay? Not crazy, okay? More than talk to you. You tell me the end, seven, not to be like that. Auntie, all the money they pay for you, yeah. You know what I go? This is my 8,000. I'll go you. All the things drink so the fish, chicken, chips, in the bed.
No. Hold on, baby.
What baby? No call me baby, baby. You not see me now. Not shop me buy me. Sample.
Baby, what?
This is baby like that. Call me Sarah.
No, you're not Sarah. No, that's not good.
Call up with you when you're ready to come in.
I like you like eat out it.
Try to tell me.
I pay for the dinner.
Oh, what is so
Now you
good?
don't kind. Pay for the dinner.
What do you have? I'm going to send the going to now.
No, I have one going to say no
But
kind.
the money will come on and it's a blue pen.
No, I got this blue money I get. Yeah, that money I have to pay that. Pay for the dinner.
Because I'm not good at it.
Wait.
Because my mama wants me when I go.
Pay.
Yes.
I'm fair.
That's
No.
No this now with t-shirt beer. Man of the TP and the boss. Papi mutoka put on status. In a sofa, big push. Yeah, big push. I want to see me like sauce. Oversee when you catch a big cost. Sofa push. I want show you not sofa push. Sofa push. Everything they talk as lush. Sofa push. Let me show you not sofa push. Sofa push. Martin hold me like a flush. English for one killer with fun. Never pull angry, panaching gum. Put to all my way guess fine and to from A to foot. If you check fine and chinchong. Na Facebook, ina Chantel. Owo you can host ina Yabo. Instagram, ina Larry. Owo you can host Agbanagbon. Where say they come? Ola Shiba. Only Sinabo, Lala Pinta. Usanya Bonny, go to Africa. You papa na Popo Kapinta. Sofa. You make push, this lifestyle yeah is dangerous. Man of the TP and the boss. Papi mutoka put on status. You make sofa, you make push. Yeah, take push. How about you say me like sauce? Hey, oversee when you catch na make us. Sofa push. Papa show you not sofa push.
And now welcome. I hope saying I enjoyed that wicked sofa posting. Kudos to Innocent, where I will get into detail on that one in a little bit. Now go back again and acknowledge some of the folks who don't come in. Mr. Sequence Dumbuya, welcome. Madam Abibatu Sama, welcome. Mr. Clifford Abido, acknowledge you. Mr. Hassan Manso, welcome, sir. Mr. Kanu Ali, welcome. Mr. It Kanu, welcome. Mr. Arun Rashid Samura, welcome, sir. Mr. Samuel Williams, welcome. Mr. Mustafa Q, welcome. Who else? Madam Rama Koroma, welcome, madam, welcome. The wonderful Miss Juliet, welcome in the house. Mr. Anthony Kamara, welcome. Madam Fatsu Kabo, welcome. Mr. Trusum J, welcome, sir. Madam Metu Bundu, welcome. Mr. Aliyu Jallo, welcome. Mr. Allen Jr. K, welcome. Madam Amanatu Sanusi, welcome, madam. Mr. Sule, Asise, you been enjoying, man. Mr. Alex Smith. And I'll welcome once again, Madam CRK, welcome. Madam Asiatu Sise, welcome. Madam Baby Thomas, welcome. Madam Yamata, welcome in the house. Mr. Beke Kagbo, welcome. Anybody where I miss and I forgive me. So anyhow, I hope saying I they do well. I hope saying I get fun with that wonderful clip there from Innocent. I've been getting the opportunity for interviewing sometime a year ago, last year sometime if I'm not mistaken. One of we talented brother from the Republic of Sierra Leone where they do big thing at the world. I played down there, and one of the things I've been saying at the interview, I say as far as we concerned, we all not suffer posh. So meaning like you na a Bill Gates or you work in an office, you go sit down say something day, of course you back go hot. You understand? what they do now, so sit on 3 hours, 4 hours. You must feel the posh, the suffer by the posh. So however you look at, you know, we all not suffer posh. But then it kind of like say, I say, so what do you mean behind it? He said, well, now the one the way basically they go just take pictures on temper motor car, where really you know belong to them, then they make an like a if that's the case. And I want to connect on today with topic on hand, where basically I can always say after God, if we president now, we first lady now, then they live a flamboyant life, then they travel from one destination to another. After God, na salon. You understand? I can always say not all that glitter is gold. Many people at time can kind of Facebook give you a picture of sometime could be real, sometime it may not be real. I deliberately shy away from any topic or daily analysis in terms of the activity of the First Lady because of so many reasons, and one of which I want to warn Sierra Leoneans them. If in a see, I can always make the example of Mr. Ibrahim, where it be said, and they call him Ibrahim NGC or Ibrahim KKY. Madam Kanku, welcome, darling. Madam Salimatu Mansari, welcome. Where basically that young man they be taking time, get gooey things them way, enlighten people them. The minute we make one mistake, then take and put on a fana, they not basically take all the truth them way be the top. But that one mistake we make, they make big deal of it. So I'm very slow to even sharing things on with Facebook wall because we all don't get similar experience, and I'm very slow to even speak on things then whether it has to do with the president on this platform until I verify things. Because sometimes by the time way they get the news, either they don't give them extra hand, extra leg, or they don't take some of it, you understand? So, and sometimes they do why they look and like how they say, let me go back. And I get for be very careful if I'm not happy for be part of the Sierra Leone People's Party political party. And I be careful. The reason why they say that sometimes the people then they send out deliberate garbage as in garbage news for other people then take them, then discredit you. So be very slow to that. As I be they observe, and I believe say certain things that what they say, I've been gets a bit emotional, and I find sympathy for the president, which I know I get into. But when I see the activity of the First Lady, where it say, then they enjoy their life, then they per honeymoon, then that's when I said today I'm not been get no intention for come live. Me live now for Wednesday, I rest like 2 days. But again, like I said, that world there is she's no longer Fatima Bio, but rather the First Lady of Sierra Leone, and everything she does, she's representing us. With that said, she has to be mindful, she has to respect us, and I will give examples of other First Lady than today. No, even take Madam, the former First Lady, out of the equation because I don't present all the authentic facts them within her. So if I take that day out and I go say okay now because now or not the same or not big woman or whatever, now we they take another person we're not there inside salon, no make us an example for this woman say what they saying. If I'm unfortunate, once again I send condolence message to soldier team boys, and like I telling her yesterday, this not a learning lesson. I know say maybe Mrs. Bio go back again now and go send condolences or whatever after I don't say this. But this not example. That woman no say in a lost person, and I don't play propaganda, I don't play games, I don't play politics, but I'm speaking on facts. And I'm not saying I don't lost the one them where one of in a own where like kind of say in the help for run the errands them for the current administration, and not at any time he acknowledging her for saying or show this and that. Instead, walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Mr. Abdul Kawa, welcome sir. Not at any time now in war he acknowledge say may the soul of X, Y, and Z rest in peace, or say a day within a soldier team boy. So in a get for peak sense, not all Mr. Gento they talk for manipulating her for then I think no. When them be needing her, not all Mr. Gento they make them manipulative audio them for getting her attention. No. Now them people they are so in have been getting direct numbers, so on and so forth. So in a peak shape, in a know in a worth, in a know what's in a value, then like I say, when they were helping and then do something productive for her, where it be say go be meaningful for in our life and that of in our family and that of the Republic of Sierra Leone. And I also gave an example yesterday, say, if they love in her, then cherish in her, and I mean something to them, as that's what in I don't do when they made the campaign. Welcome, Mr. Tarawali, welcome, sir. During the time when in the campaign, then obviously when they take them trip there, so whether not to Lebanon now, Dubai now, China now, USA now, England now, around the world now, living flamboyant, telling for we say yes, we sit down buying our money and with a bluff in our back. Enough for be part of that entourage. So if you not be part of the entourage, in a wake up Sierra Leonean, in a not fet in a company, in a not kill in a company. You understanding? Yeah, Mr. Abdullah Blah, welcome, sir. Welcome, welcome. You understand? And I'm not killing a campaign for politician. I also giving the example of the waiting politician and do left their own picking and a house while in they do the dirty laundry. You understand? So I know say my darling first lady, but don't miss me analysis because the day before that it make and clear say it put something with a watch game or whatever the case may be. The name it says something like, well, now I'm not calling him, no can do analysis for me. I love you right back, darling. Yes, but like I say, I mean, look, I say, I mean, I'm birthday now we celebrate them, and then all the other things that why be there. I've been there with Ina in prayers, but what I not say now, you don't make it clear so we say Ina they enjoy while the masses then they suffer and the country not stable. So that's when we have to talk now about priority. Waiting with the prioritize, how important or how significant that quote unquote honeymoon was as that of the compared to that of the life of Sierra Leoneans them or the day-to-day bread. Hey, hello, Mr. Perspective, welcome, sir, and God bless you as well. You understand, Mr. Truson? I see you, sir. So anyhow, so now that's what I want to talk about. I can always use Maslow hierarchy. Where basically it give we category of what we for put as the immediate priority versus the one when are we on meeting we on actualization. You understand? So now we can sit down today, we can take comparison from pool we on country now we they use other first ladies them. Now we see how then they deal. The wonderful Miss Jamila, United Kingdom, welcome, madam. Glad to see you. Maximum love and respect always. You understand? So we they come now, we they analyze other first lady them in the example of the immediate one when our neighboring country, when our brothers and sisters them as that of Liberia. Now we see if not bad, we mean bad for we first lady, or we want it do better, or we want it represents we to the very best of your ability. Yeah. So we they talk about priority. So first thing what they can do, they can play a video. Before I talk about this video, I want to take detail of what's in the go on. Then I will also come back and analyze them with Tina. And I welcome once again in a share. Now we join voice. Like I say, other people then call me today. We want to join this live. So once I done with the analysis, then I will bring them on board. If any of you are interested as well, please use this thread for let me know or inbox me. Yeah, so that way I might not be able to see the inbox. So I use the thread for if you get me personal page. Name Perseverance Tennis in inbox me day, so I will bring it on board. Yeah, but in the meantime, now just finish the analysis first, and I thank you once again.
Thank you. Have a seat, everyone. Good afternoon, Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Before I get started, I just want to really thank the woman of Liberia for coming out for me today. I realized being a first lady, before I became a first lady, I was more or less in a shell. Very shy, very reserved, a person, as my husband knows, who always take the back burner. I'll keep the fire burning in the back, But I was never a really outspoken person. But I realized that being a first lady and in wanting to be a leader, because being a first lady doesn't mean I just want to be at the right side of my husband. Of course, I want to help him along the way, but I don't want to just help him. I want to help myself so I can help the people of Liberia. So, my Minister Pizzo did something today, and for the year and a half that I've been giving speeches, people have always said to me, sing this song, or say woman oh woman. I'm always like, nah, that's not me. I'm too shy, you know? I just want to go up there, do my speech, and call it a day. But because I see how many people came out for me today, it's in thousands. And if I'm going to claim myself to be a true Liberian, representing the Liberian people, guess what? I have to break out of that shell. I have to if I'm going to say, I'm you, she's you, I can't just come up, which I will do eventually, and read my speech. I have to let the people feel me. So, women, just go along with me. I may not get the words right, but go along with me, because it's a dream. When I say, woman, oh woman, woman, oh woman, don't sit down. Oh, fantastic. That feels good. Another song. It's a Liberian song. And when I went to Ghana for the Shiros, thank you, Shiros, for keeping your promise, they kept singing this song. And I'm like, are they Ghanaian or they're Liberian? So I'm saying, if the Ghanaians can do the song so well, why can't I do the song? So please sing along with me. How does it go? It goes side by side, side by side. Side by side, side by side. No longer the woman in the front. Side by side, side by side, side by side, side by side. Side by side, side by side. Really? Side by side. In the back and the man in the front. Together we will walk. Side by side, side by side. Gloria! Thank you, thank you. Thank you. I feel blessed today, honestly. So, building a sustainable, democratic society means pushing for an inclusive society where the rights of all are respected and the opportunity for one to develop oneself evident. More so, the opportunity for women and girls to live out their true meaning, being given the most valuable skills, protection, and place to develop must be evident. Today, more than a movement, but a new way of life is being introduced in Liberia, a nation most dear to my heart. We cannot and will not boast of a democratic society unless there is true inclusivity. Until rape is kicked out of Liberia, maternal mortality is severely reduced, equal rights for all accessible, we slam dunk and crush violence against women and champion in a more practical way of empowering of our women. With the advent of former President Sirleaf's administration for 12 years, and now the president of another woman, Vice President Jewel Howard Taylor, the plight of women improved, and I'm grateful for that. As these distinguished Liberian women are trailblazers in the advocacy for the rights of women, not just in Liberia, but in Africa as a whole, I stand to support their worthy efforts, celebrate their great work, my feet firmly in concert with all women across Liberia, especially our strong unsung sheroes, our market and rural women whose efforts are not always being celebrated. We push forward, not resting content until every woman and girl in every nook and cranny of Liberia begin to rise, acquiring the needs, skill necessary to improve their life construction. Today, I rise to bring forth a revolutionary idea of change, the She Is You movement. Additionally, we launched the Free to Shine campaign that holds as its bedrock the eradication of the transmission of HIV/AIDS from mother to child, a campaign whose time has surely come. The new Liberia we seek is possible, but its possibility depends on what we do as a nation and people. Over the last several months, I have traveled to many counties, towns, and villages, many of them rural, interacting with our elders, males and females, our young men and women, boys and girls, and our children. I have sat with them, had common meals with them, spoken with them, but more so listened to their stories, deep and inspiring. While I have been inspired, I have been moved to do something, hence the She Is You movement. I have dreamt of this movement because, as the late Kofi Annan said, as the late Kofi Annan said, there is no tool for development more effective than the empowerment of women. That is why I stand boldly declare that we must rise and live out a new meaning in Liberia and invoke that Liberia has picked up the right tool to change the nation, the empowerment of women. The She Is You movement may be a dream of mine, but its realization requires collective efforts. This movement seeks to redefine the way we treat women and girls with respect to unhindered access to education, access to equal opportunities for leadership at all levels of decision-making, political, socioeconomic, and public life. Pushing for the adoption and strengthening of sound policies and enforceable legislation that would be keen on women and girls' issue. Looking keenly at harmful practices and child marriages and reducing teenage pregnancies that would be high on our agenda. Making sure that HIV/AIDS infected mothers give birth to healthy babies should be the concern of us all, and the Free for Shine campaign will knock on your door to help us to do just that. The new Liberia we envision must see girls and boys gaining access to free quality education, primary and secondary, with opportunities to advance themselves to college or vocational technical education that would give them the skill to be able to find employment or become small business owners. Sheryl Sandberg said, "We need women at all levels, including the top, to change the dynamic, change the conversation, to make sure women's voices are heard and heeded, not overlooked and ignored." The She Is You movement seeks to get women at all levels to change the dynamic and reshape the dialogue, and to ensure that women are indeed heeded to and never overlooked or ignored. I solicit your help. I solicit your dedicated support. While we acknowledge that there are challenges in Liberia, we are also aware that when women are empowered, a nation can better overcome those challenges. And that's what the She's You movement seeks to do. I agree with Michelle Bachelet when she says that gender equality will not be reached if we're able to empower women. The She's You movement seek to do just that. In Liberia, the future can only become brighter when we intentionally strive to better the plight of women. No more can we afford to make issues of women second place in our national discourse. The She's You movement is not a Monrovia-based movement. It is a Liberia movement. Our advocacies will give voices to women and girls from Grand Cru to River G, Maryland to Sina, Grand Jida to Nimba, Bong to Lofa, Magibi to Bapulu, Bomi to Grand Cape Mount, Riversess to Grand Bassa to Montserrat County. We intend to remind our women and girls that they can become the best and should not settle for mediocrity. We intend to remind women and girls that their God-given gifts, talents, and abilities can be harnessed in order to help them to improve their lives and the lives of their family. We intend to remind women and girls that there are no professions that are off limit and that whatever they're set out to do, they can accomplish it as long as they believe in themselves and keep pushing on. Michelle Obama once remarked, "No country can ever flourish if it stifles the potential of its women and deprive itself of the contribution of half of its citizens." The She's You movement wants Liberia to flourish, to become a better nation, as President Weah continues to push for and declare today that no longer will the potential of women and girls be stifled, but allowed to gain wings to fly higher, as the foremothers of our Liberia, like Matilda Newport, Susanna Lewis, and the team of dedicated women who made our flags. A few other women have pushed in the past. We have women like A. Doris Banks Henrys, and Randall, Madame Suakoko, Ruth Gibson Caesar, Geraldine Doe Sharif, and as former President Ellen Sirleaf, Vice President Jewel Howard Taylor, Lima Bowie, our market and rural women, and others continue to do today. I want to thank our president, my husband, George Weah, along with, I know you would like that, along with Vice President Jewel Howard, for joining this movement to show Liberians that we must stand together. We must stand together as one. I especially want to thank my sister First Lady for coming to join forces with me. And as you can see, Sierra Leone First Lady is a force to deal with. So thank you so much. Just a minute. And we're standing for the cause and to let women know that we refuse to stay silent about anything that affects women's advancement. My special thanks and appreciation go out to all the wonderful women of this beautiful nation, Liberia, who came out in thousands to support this movement in order to bring about changes for our woman and girl and to improve Liberia as a whole. Liberia will only rise when we stand together. United we stand, divided we fall. So please, keep Liberia alive, keep woman power and going, and thank you so much. God bless you all. Thank you. Have a seat, everyone. Whew. Good afternoon, Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Before I get started,
And I welcome back. Now, acknowledge some of the comments. I see you in the house, Mr. Dennis Kamanga. He say, I think so your concern is that's why I not shift some of the concern to we presidents where they take the first lady up and down instead of the first lady. Okay, the reason why I get for shift some of the concern because not we presidents they go nine wall it just they do any kind of thing. And then secondly, the first lady na the mommy of the nation. She is there by default. You know, she was not elected, but when you didn't have that position there, you're expected to carry yourself a certain way. Obvious of waiting, I just playing an example, and would they go to it categorically. Miss Sia, now answer your way. Sia, you say, I hate when most Sierra Leoneans say people hate Fatima Bio and Mada Bio. I don't believe that statement when they are blah. Okay, I know they even go further. Thank you, my dear sister, because it's nothing about hate here or X, Y, and Z, but it's calling things as we see it. Now we go to this first lady. Some of the significant things now where it say, no, go by it line by line. It say, it acknowledge the fact that in a be shy person, it be hard for well obviously it been hard for come on and comfort zone. But now when a husband don't become president, it find necessary for come on out of that comfort zone the way it use as it been there in shell for help the women and children of Liberia. It also talk and say for them go able for okay, now go line by line how I write time. It also say in use for be the backboner. It help from the behind, helping in husband, and it believes say for nice succeed also the people then get for film in the sense that film in a way where everybody in a society for be inclusive, and not say in many political party, and not say only certain people then from the north or the south or the east. It say every woman and children. It don't become redundant in this platform where the way I can always give recommendation or solution to some of the brilliant initiative was first lady gets. I say enough will be looked as only for the children then, but for the women then as well. I give example of that woman who been gets the incident of the post-election violence where it's a multiple man them rape Madam Sata Lamin, who I don't talk several times on this platform, but they give blind eyes. So there's no way you can achieve that goal or be successful without be inclusive and also value the lives of the women them as well. And I also give suggestions, say, hey, if all the women then go involved for all different political parties go fine. First lady come back again, say, if the then former lady been gets all man involved. That was the sarcastic comment she wrote on her wall. Unfortunately, then I come back and say, when you don't say you know the new direction, you want to do better, you learn from the mistake of the then administration, then you'll take that pieces and you leave your own legacy. You try for take the pieces, learn from the good and the bad, the ugly, and then take what will be beneficial to you and your administration and that of your husband. And Mr. Dennis, they can say behind a successful husband, comes the a strong woman. So Naime will go always hold her accountable. If that man in tight bend way go out, or if that man look not too clean, or if that man look certain way, or na in will go blame. Not so the protocol officer self na in, because where then at the bedroom where the man they wear the shoes, you go say honey no put down the this place example, or there you go call the protocol officer or whoever for their system. So hence the reason why we'll continue to hold her accountable. It say they also want give everybody the opportunity for develop oneself, an opportunity for women and girls to have true meaning and most valued. She refers to as way of life. We cannot and we will not boast of a democratic society unless there is true inclusivity. So in other words, if you're not able to bring people then together, they say, oh, ABJ, movement, or this movement, so they if you not notice the first lady, like I say, it engaged and say the women of Liberia. It even got to the point it tried for call different village them X, Y, and Z. It also not only recognize the one and way hold prestige position, but also give reference to, like what we say that Mamina Bombay. It give, I will go all into that later. It say inclusiveness, like I say, and then it also say until rape is kicked out of Liberia, maternity rates reduce, obviously, equal rights, crush violence against our women and children. It also say champion in practical way to empower our women and children. It make excellent reference to the female president. This is another excellent bravo to this woman. Another kind so he can pull in a husband in the former president when I call the mommy. Then he also give kudos to the sitting vice president who is a woman. This is how you know how beautiful she is from the inside out. When you can celebrate another woman, say not a competition, but rather for help your husband for that is succeed. They cry somebody else in administration done in hope that you won't go look good. God not like them thing and day. So it points that out. He gave kudos to him. He acknowledged the fact that he spent 12 years there. He said all that they look good for woman them. Then he also, like I say, acknowledged the vice president when a woman as well. He say I call him. It further stated that she was grateful. Obviously, it liked for see the fact that there was a female president prior to a man, and then now in man they serve with a vice president when a woman. Like I say earlier, it say it not only limit them to the one they within in prestige or to we go say academia, but rather women of also the market woman them, the one they within at the rural area them. It makes sure so it points them all out. She further stated that she will not rest until every woman in Liberia begin to rise, life they improve and constructively. How beautiful is that? She acknowledged the the elder, male and female. You see, so basically, the cinema, you can't them. You respect everybody across board. So like I say, in belief say, he also make the quote of Kofi Annan, where he used as an example of a that in quotes the way it used for empower the women and children them. He also talk about respect. He also for another respect the woman and children them, access to education, political, social, economical, public life, child marriage. He try for discourage that, and try for also discourage teenage pregnancy, which is that of the former first lady to Madam Sia, Mrs. Sia Nyamakoma. He talk about also boys and girls. Free education, both primary and secondary, with opportunity to advance themselves, to college or vocational technical education, to becoming independent, either by finding jobs or becoming their own self-business owner. How beautiful is that? He also, like I say, he make an emphasis, say we need all the women they are so from all different levels to change the dynamic. For make sure say the voice can be heard, not to be hidden, not overlooked and ignored. It reshape the dialogue and basically not left them like for say, oh, they want in our way something a first lady or way something then a master's degree or they don't get this or when a PhD holder or way it be say the old prestige position are the no more important. He say no, then go for change the dynamic. He also talk about waiting he want do in terms of woman the way they born them picking them where it be say then get AIDS and then they pass the AIDS towards them picking them. So the next one I want to share with you as well now when he also travel to one of the hospital, then we'll go talk about that. They come right back.
Now, mom made a team have tried.
We have a mom who's breastfeeding his baby. He stayed over a day or more, a few hours actually. Treated for sepsis, anemia, all of that. Our sense
That's good. That's good. Yes. Can you? How you get? Just give me the baby, okay? God bless you. Good luck with the baby. How you doing, darling? Are you feeling alright? Okay. That's something small for you, okay? A little lap up. Alright. To say thank you for the baby. Alright? So I'll leave it here. God bless you, alright? Take care. I think things are rolling in there. It's not as bad as I thought. I'm willing to help. One of the reasons I came here is to do some assessment on my own and to see anything that concerns women and children. It's a concern to me, and I wanted the doctors and the mothers to know that I'm here for them and I have their back, and I want to be supportive to them as much as possible. The hospital is not as in bad a shape as I thought. There are certain things that they need, and I'm going to try my best to see if I can assist the doctors and the facility with whatever I can do. I'm working along with JFK for the longest. I've been working with them. The doctors here, I've given them things in the past, and I intend to continue to do so in the interest of all our people here.
The first lady visit was primarily to associate herself with the patients that we have in the hospital and also formally greet the staff that were in the institution. So it was not like coming with a formal presentation to her, but instead she brought gifts for our patients. What I told the first lady, some of the challenges we presented to her when she and her husband came before are similar to what we have within this institution. And I thought on not creating a lot of burden for the first lady, especially for issues we can handle or things we can use our budgetary allotment to solve.
But you mentioned about the washing machine and the dryer, and about some other things that the doctors need for the rooms. So I will try my best. I have some more equipment and storage. Eventually when we can free them and I have the time, because I'm all over the place.
I know.
I'll get some things to you. Okay?
Thank you
So
very
thank
much
you.
for coming. We
God bless you all.
Thank you.
And I welcome back, welcome back. I hope saying I enjoyed that. The one thing that is so beautiful of this woman, as we all go agree, is her humility. He understands, say, you not sit on them, but rather it works side by side with them. I want to make some highlighted points them where significant to any nation, not only Liberia. I believe so we all go learn from this. If you ever find yourself to be in the position of a first lady one day, I believe so you go able for represent we country to the very best of your ability. I also get an audio where I go share, like we try for be, we always gonna be here credible with what would they say, we'll go back and up with we evidence where now somebody where they live there where basically happen to be Sierra Leonean, where give your submission, which I will play in a little bit. One thing, like I said, I love her humility. Where it left, it makes sure say it tell them thank you, now God bless them. It say it come there for basically for now it help. Now it also do assessment, especially helping towards women and children. It also say it supports the doctors them. It say get some equipment them, what else they need. Everything it talk her with humility. She's humble. It then at the level of the people them, because now that's God wants, you know. It say it will continue for work in the interest of all the people them. Interest of all the people them. Not to in husband in political party members them, but every Liberian, because guess what? And they play anything as in club game or for say political party game, but rather than a nation, you know, say irresponsible by default. You know, if they try for bring the best out of a husband, obviously it starts with a mannerism, a method of approach, in respect for the people of Liberia, because in self no say after God, waiting they feed them, even though a man a millionaire. If it can do without that position, but now they enjoy the benefits of Liberia, the respect, the security, the this, the that. So obviously he know the importance, and this is not a woman who come up from Jamaica. He's not a Liberian, he's a Jamaican, but he know say he get for respecting husband and he husband in people them, not to for sit down at the aid. So kudos to she is a great example to young women around the world. It no matter whether you're Liberian, you Jamaican, you Sierra Leonean, I believe saying a good example, and that of the example of waiting will be see back again. Similarity in humility with the then First Lady, Madam Sia Nyamakoroma. I also want they say personality get for match for let things work, because similarly to that of your husband too, within a love and respect of with for you to hold a position as a president, you get for speak to we when you dey travel, within your intention, when you come back again. This man is wonderful when it comes to press release. Immediately where he land, and no say Ina is servant of the nation, and not tinapa the nation, but servant. So when they travel, I get a trip where it take away, they call it a successful trip. And kudos to her again, it make until number 6. I believe it's under this African presidents them where don't succeed or where they do good for their country. Kudos to them. This again a prime example say it no matter whose degree you get, whose background you get, whether you not been footballer, you not been wrestler, but where God bless you, it give you that chance. Make sure say you remember say you're not a humble servant and you go there for serve God, you conscience and you people them. So he acknowledge say it get critic, but it need to go for say it go muzzle them, it do intimidation, it take the opposition, puts in a tight corner. No, it not do any of that. It welcome critique because it wants, it not say with criticism, constructive criticism, they bring the best out of them. Like I say, I call them, I go go ahead and play some of that, and then when they come back again and talk, and I take notes, please. So they play the very first one.
President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency President George Manenwia, will take just a couple of questions, 2 at most, and we should restrict it to the trip. Gentlemen, please.
Mr. President, welcome back to Liberia first. Thank you. We understand that you attracted a lot of support to our government and people of Liberia. Please tell me, how do you go about doing this?
It's my job. That's why you elected me to work for you. My responsibility is to work for the country, to work for our people. I think we go out to build bilateral relations. And we had a team in Belgium to promote women participation and to protect women from rapes and other causes. We were there and we made our case. And, as I said in Brussels, most of our laws here is in our constitution, and if it is not working for women, then we have to amend those laws for women to participate fully. And of course, we, our government, will go out to make friends, and we wanted to strengthen our relationship that are already there. You know, we had a predecessor before, and so we were there, and we had a series of meetings talking about how Liberia can be helped through the European Union, and those meetings were very well received, were successful. In one of our meetings, I think you saw our finance minister signing for a budget support of 27 million. I think it's a good thing for our country. We'll continue to engage. And what was more agreeable in all of our meetings that the king himself wanted to see me this morning, and we had a very good talk. He wanted to invest in Liberia, he wanted to build a relationship, and that's a good thing. So it's not only the European Union, it's the Belgian government itself. So Overall, our meeting was successful, and we are happy. And I want to thank all of my strong men and women that went with me, our entire team. I think we have done well, and I'm satisfied. I'm back home, but again, the news that is on ground, that our project that we are hoping for to develop our country is almost at the final stage, rectifying the road project. I think no one will be satisfied with me, and I thank God that things are working out in this short time, and we will continue to work in the interest of the Liberian people.
Yeah, Mr. President, I'm Samuka Douglas from Power Television. During your meeting with the European Union, you assured them that every dime that will be sent to Liberia, it will be accounted for. Practically upon what you made such a statement.
But I did that when Summit was signed the 27 million. 27 million for budget support. And what would I tell my counterpart that will make sure that the money will be used in the interest of the people and those projects, now for our pockets. So that we want to be accounted for what we do here. And we were just reassuring someone that giving out money to help us that your money will be monitored. If you want, you can monitor the funds, because there are a lot of financial assistance came here into the country. They talk about billions, and we don't see what the billion that came in infrastructure. We don't see it, and people complain that because of corruption. So we said in my inaugural speech, if you listen to me, that will be tough on corruption, and this is the way to go. So all of the funds that are coming in, they're going to pass through the financial system, it will be monitored, and then we will agree upon our projects, what we're going to do for the Liberian people, so the country can move on. My responsibility is to make sure that what I said in my campaign, I want to forfeit that. And this is why I said that I want to build a road, and if I'm going to go out every day, I'm going to make sure that I can leave from here and go rest to Sastan and be able to come back to Moserado County.
Thank you, gentlemen. That will do for now. The President has a very busy schedule ahead.
And welcome back, welcome back. I hope saying I enjoy that. One thing where I love, where I can say now, so when you don't do good by your people, you don't work for your people, they are gonna gravitate towards you. And I see the warm welcome for the president. And what I mean by that, not gravitate to you towards you just by your political party per se, or the one or the close cabal, but rather every Sierra Leonean as a whole. As I can make this example, some of the wonderful highlights. A column, a very successful trip, and it is, as per evidence of waiting a making. No go, the way they can say, Kergo bring calm. Obviously, not Kergo, but it definitely bring calm for in country, which is the $137 million, where not only the government of the European government give them, but also it said the king ready for invest per Liberia as well. So kudos and double blessing. It also make and clear say it they work for the country and the people. Now that's the elect them for. Humble, man, humble. It make and clear say it did it for the interest of the people, and it also say where the money they are castle, not for we pockets, now for make sure say it do the right thing and the money go be monitored. Transparency at its best. This is what we don't have much of. Then press conference, then they were different media house they come, then they choose and pick who for can interview, but rather for make sure say different media house then come, they ask critical questions, if even it will be considered as being too much for the president because you're being elected or selected or whatever the case may be for governor. So if you put in a place where you need for answer question, or when you come, the thing what I go say again, so lovely that it as soon as it land, and no saying obligation to give account to the people then, because the taxpayer money, Liberia money, 9K and go up and down. So if you come and give accounts to as to waiting how successful or not successful the trip was. The other thing where I believe say Alec was it say there are some laws where it be say if you not favor the woman then it's about time for amend them laws then they for not go be at the advantage but not the disadvantage of them woman them they where it go look into. It say in position for it make friends and try for obviously maintain good relationship where at the end of the day it will only be for the benefit of Liberia. The other thing when I observe, you see taking time, they acknowledge everyone, no matter their status or how old or whatever the case may be, it respect everybody with his shake hand. And the list goes on. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's the way it should be. The fact that he acknowledged say obviously indirectly democracy is for the people by the people and in no say in the servants of them of the people of Liberia. Beautiful and kudos to President George Mane Weah. The other thing we I want to share now, we'll just take a quick break first then we come right back. Now again, some talk, some tune, we come right back.
Why are the money, the 10 billion news to you? Yeah, why are that money this evening? Don't worry.
POSH, this is lifestyle, yeah, it's too dangerous. Man of good to pick and build boss. Snap and people motoka, put on your status. You dey suffer, but they make POSH. Yeah, take POSH. How about you feel say we ice us? They oversee where you catch na Lagos. Suffer POSH, Baba show you not suffer POSH. Suffer POSH, already you dey talk na slush. Suffer POSH, baby show you not suffer POSH. Suffer POSH, man max the holy license and flush. Speak English, my one kinda with fun. Liverpool angry, panda chingom. Go to all my weight guys find a big done. From 8 to food, if you check find a chinchong. Na Facebook, you na Chantel. The way you can host, you na Yabom. Instagram, you na Larry. The way you can host na Gbanagbom. Where say me come, all la shinka. Dolly Sinamo, Lala Pinta. Usai them born you, go to Africa. You papa na Popo Kapinta.
And I welcome back. Another wonderful one way I want to share with you. I can't wait for them. I watch them. Now where it is swear in cabinet members them in. It make them clear say in they work for me. Now they work for the people of Liberia. I just didn't ask so for monitoring basically monitoring, making sure that they do the right thing. This is so beautiful. Liberians them must be definitely proud, and that is also the beauty of not micromanaging. So when you give people them sensitive position as in the health, in charge of the health ministry, the sports ministry, the X, Y, and Z, it's because you trust them for them to execute accordingly. But you go micromanage. You go allow the judge. You go na the and we go talk about Malawi one of them days where they can say what I don't pass Gary. Where it be say even the justice system then say enough is enough. Then say no, this we're not going to allow anybody for tamper with the justice system. So God will make one find a way. Like I can always say, we get 3 branches of government: legislative, judiciary, and executive. But unfortunately the executive can always supersede everything. But we slowly see the beauty of with democracy they come into existence slowly but sure, where you get the wonderful example of Honorable Tawa. You get another Honorable Abdul, where instead I will share in video and his statements we make that day. But I've been give more kudos to Honorable Tawa, because when you the lead, you get for leave as the example. Even though Mr. Abdul, Honorable Abdul being Naim been forced making statements before he exits, but equally so, either Honorable Tawa for being still sit on there and continue with the lies and the deceit, or if for being take the step we take, which is for the interest of the masses or for Sierra Leone as a whole. So I now watch this, how beautiful this one, what they about to play. Like I say, it give such strong statements for say, even though na me appointing her, not to me in a they work for, now the people of Liberia in a they work for. You understand? Me are just there for monitor. Will they come right back and I enjoy?
Mr. President, Madam Vice President, Representative of the Honorable House, Member of the Cabinet, honorees and relatives, officials of government, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you this morning to the commissioning ceremonies of members of the Cabinet of the Republic of Liberia.
I that I will support, uphold, protect and defend the Constitution and laws of the Republic of Liberia, bear true faith and allegiance to the Republic, and will faithfully, conscientiously, and impartially discharge the duties and the functions of office of, to the best of my ability, so help me God.
We'll take the group photo.
And I'm glad that today you have been commissioned I think they speak a lot. For me, performance is rotational. Or in a gathering where we have to perform, then we accept that when you are not doing well, someone else have to come to do well. I come from a family that if you're not on the field, you are on the bench. And when you're in the dressing ground, when you're on the bench, then you're closer to the field. So there, they make the list. You are selected. Out of those that are selected, when you go into the field, when you see yourself on the bench, it means that somebody is better than you until you prove yourself. I can only wish you the best. We are working for the Liberian people. You are not working for me. I'm here to monitor you. Do your best because only your best required. When you want to do more than your best, that is complicated. Due diligence to our people and to the family members that are here. I can only ask you to tell your father or your brother or your sister or your mother to do the right thing. Because when you're not in the position anymore, it affects you. So to all the spouses, wind the ears of your husband. Make sure that they are true and committed to their jobs. And don't get that hard time when they're supposed to be to work. Because they have to work for the people. I think you can see here with one family. We're a coalition of Liberians trying to move our country forward. I'm glad. I know I have a lot of critics because of the decision that I've made. But I have to make a decision. Whether it's you, whether it's them, but we have to start making a decision. I'm not afraid to make decisions because I believe that anyone can do what is ought to do. If I did not believe in the theory of everyone can succeed, today I will not be here. You are the best. Do your best. I want to propose a toast to a happy and a prosperous family that about to change the face of this country. I can only wish you God blessings and longevity as we join to build our country, this glorious land of liberty. That's God command. I say to you, longevity, prosperity, no animosity, don't have
we gracefully accept your toast, Mr. President, and thank you for the confidence that you have in us, and we promise to carry out our duties to the best of our ability. May this liquid that we have toasted with travel down our esophagus through our gastrointestinal tract into our body to strengthen us, to uplift our poor agenda for good health, wealth, and prosperity for the people of this great nation. Before we drink again, let me leave you with my favorite Bible verse. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge the Lord,
and He will direct your path. May we drink to that.
And welcome back, welcome back. Now we acknowledge some of the. Now sorry for the backlash. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Again, it make clear. Say you guys are not here for work to work for me, but you're not here for work for the people of Liberia. It's saying that they uphold, protect, and defend the Constitution, allegiance to the Republic of Liberia. Look at that! I love this salon so much. Beautiful. So basically, it give them a reminder. Say it's not about him, but rather about the country and about the cities in them. He also give advice to the family. Then say sometimes they obviously then get for be committed to the job. So if they get for come na job, then chef be like some type of supportive. He also say and not afraid for make decision and then job they are so it's rotational, meaning if you know they do your work, if the citizen they complain every day na kuskas but this one minister or this one person, then obviously in the tell and say you're blessed to be in this position today, but it is not guaranteed that it is permanent. It can only be permanent based on the job, the work what you do. And he also encouraged them for them and do the very best. Now, do beyond your best, because if you do beyond your best, maybe you go put yourself in a problem. But just do your utmost best, knowing that you deserve the country and the people of Liberia, which is wonderful. That is on the way. It make an emphasis on the performance. So kudos to him. What else I want to add to that? It also, again, like I say, he acknowledged critics. He's not intimidated by. He's not intimidated by the so we're not even going to acknowledge people then where they come for distractory, because you they see even the obvious and you still now all know they help with government them or with government officials them, because if you come you just they try for distractory for say now lie with the lie, you they see what's in they go to the country, but because some of you are partisan or party picking or you interest you they follow you they worry about your interest, not the interest of the masses of the country, then obviously you can also for distracted, but we will not be distracted. But like I say, if you not notice anything where it do it, make sure say it open to public. So the one way not get for day, and then obviously nobody, not to all man go day, but at least then go watch through the television. That is very, very important. So just imagine that is swearing of the like who go say the ministers them, What else have we want to put? Yeah, so I think I don't give most of the significant points the way it make emphasis on. What else I want to play for now? Would it take a quick break? Would it come right back? Now I think of something else where I go share with Tina. I think I want to share with Tina. As a matter of fact, I get to one other thing back again. There's a lot of construction going on in Liberia, and even this first lady, so it don't do a lot of things then, and they build homes for Liberians then. These are all things. There's another time where the president say it wants basically what's it in they do, it want make sure say it match in manifesto what they don't promise Liberians them. And before I go to that, I've been promising I say I will play one of the Sierra Leonean where they live in Liberia, where they talk about the progress in Liberia.
Connection successful.
Okay, so now I play this one and I listen.
Yeah, my people, my good afternoon, my hello to all Swahili people, to this group. Me, I did Liberia. A lot of people in sabi me. Now, just one or two things I want to clarification, or one or two things. Many people don't know. Where will you talk about good leadership? Where good leadership, you get good leadership, you don't know what thing they go on in the country. Some of you be there as Kenema, a born of Kailan district, and commonly I come Morovia. I come Morovia, this government, and they can't talk about this government in Morovia. I never vote for her. I register for them, but I never vote for her. and I'm not be making business safe. Where I left Swahili I come. But where I come, the politics where they play in Monrovia, we are the challenge anybody in Swahili, the politics not they play in Swahili. This is the government of George Opo Weah. We call him Bekube. That's name, that's who they call him, Bekube. The man, since this model take power from 2017 up to now, the first 1 year, this man is in shape. If they travel 50 fata, like when the present from present they travel, mother be 50 fata. The people that call him, they say we don't appoint you to go the travel up and down. He's supposed to do something. When you go Ghana, the president of Ghana, he call him. He said, man, he said power and something, let it share with people. He said power and something. He get for sit down, he work for your people. You are a slave for your people. People that elect you and be a slave for them, you're supposed to work for them. This up and down, where they work, this up and down, you know they help you. If you continue this up and down, tomorrow you will lose power. 2023, you know they take power. Since this man can, what do you do? He come for 10 countries, economist people, they come to sit down. From China, America, UK, Holland, Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya. 10 diplomatic people, they can't sit down. The work of the man economist in the country. What the work of this guy in economist in the country, President George Opo Weah Bekube. The man, the economist of Liberia today, he don't steady. He dey pay people them by time. This house the way I just take the picture, I want to watch this house then. What did this man do? Each district in the biggest house, there are 365 houses. Each district, they go with the say Kenema, Kono, Kailan, any side, they call Sobo, Pujon, Muyamba, Pombali, Tonkolili, every side, each district in the biggest house, they go with the sea. It don't be now 5 districts now. He say in one donor before 2023. Each district now the house that it be for people that it be people that they free, many people that they live there. From there, what did this man don't do in this country? Since he don't become a president, he say one thing I like him the war what he say. I like him that war. He say if you don't want me to curse him, mama, he say not join politics. He say if you don't want to go to jail, he say not join politics. He say if you don't want make people talk about you, not join politics. He say if you join politics, anything they say about you, that you go for them. He say look at sector, not put your attention there. He say work for the people. He say the Liberian people, where they go na radio station, all radio station, anybody they like Liberia, where are they send this Odu, I want me when I cross check. If not lie, are they lie? Anybody will be like I want me when I cross check. He say if I hold young people that I gave them, which benefit are they get? He say are the poor the way and are they be ugly to international body and are they be ugly to the people there. He say anything opposition want do, anything you want say, he say me they do the work of the people where the people they elect me for do the work of the people in the country. He say na in they do. George Opo Weah Bekube and he say this. He say in fact he say no they listen to nobody. He one where he left power. He legacy to make people go to point hand and they say na this George Opo Bekube do. He say before he take power, he say in the whole world know about him. If they don't make him money, before he be president of the Republic of Liberia, he say he get $85 million inside his account. And this $85 million he get before he be president. He say you know they can't keep the Liberia people. If they invest in money, he get inside the country. It don't be hotel, it be 48 houses inside one hotel. They call the place Baptist Seminary. Rubberfee Highway, one of the powerful hotels. Even they say 40 head of state go there, they all in the get place for them. Now one of the hotel there. Since they don't elect this man don't win election for 2017, the man don't be 44 street with quota. And the quota they were Ghana quota, that cement quota. Now in they put Monrovia, that cement quota. Go to this quota where people they be born. And since this man don't win all the money that I want to this man, he don't pay all the community. They make the rule from EAWA Johnson, rather than Sabi We are the talk. The Sabi Monrovia, they know from EAW Johnson to IRA Robert International Airport. Only $66 million they don't pay. They come in cash. From EAWA again for rail line, they don't pay. They come in cash. From Ganta, the place Pray Johnson the day. Ganta, Neighbor County for women, they don't pay the contractor the cash. Not to a 30% quota. No, they don't pay the people the cash. By December, the project and all they start now Monrovia. From Monrovia, Douala Market to Cape Man, Top Mabor, what would they call them? Top Mabor, Bommy Hill. They quota from that place to go. They don't pay the money cash. Brother, when they talk about this market, you know, you don't renovate, you don't be market, they don't be hospital. The one of the powerful hospital will be the army hospital will be now that suffering. Now one of the hospital where COVID-19 carry enter another hospital dollar in Paris. The man. This information are the give on a confirmed and source information and Monrovia are they. Me are they talk to una so. I know waiting, I don't see, I know waiting. And most of the time that I go the way I they travel for that side, I they snap them, I go they send up for una. Then una go they see, then una believe, when una go get good leadership in the country, waiting the leadership they do, then una believe. But when una get a lucky leadership in the country, when the country una don't a lucky, and then they don't happen to swallow. When God give you good leader, we say we don't want an by coma. We say na bad leader. We make quota the road, we say na graveyard road, and na Emerson make that street. When you do this way, we say this one. Since SFPP don't take power, my brother, I want to point out one thing, only single one. What thing they don't do. And what thing Oporo do from 2017 up to now, they do development, they go rapidly in the country. They do the divide that into 10. From that 10 again, they divide that into half. Mother be not even get half. And at the time now, confirmed source, anybody want to go for diplomat, anybody want to go for degree now, free in the University of Republic of Liberia, now free ask anybody. All the people that sit to us, all in the country, they give them money across the country, it's a transformation for the people there. They give them Google money. They all ask anybody waiting at the confirmation, this will do, I don't make at the same this thing. I want me when I confirm if the lie are the lie. Anytime I say we will do, when I deny me. When I ask anybody that the country na they do. Now with this, he say in na peace ambassador. He will maintain a peace. Man, we get a 54 country of Africa where 2020 award can open we are number 6. 2020 award. We get 54 country in Africa, only 10 country where they give the award. Open we are number 6. Must know this man. When they say freedom of speech, now you have people that they do protest, they do demonstration, police that they take water that they give to people. That even the recent demonstration where it go on, the former president now even lead the demonstration where they go on, they give them tight security. They supply security on their tight. They do the demonstration. 3 days they do the demonstration. They send a petition to the government. The government don't look at the petition. The government, President Trump, he don't give 2 machines from Liberia government for anybody raped. Because some people that they like for people, then they don't give 2 machines for the government of Liberia. Anybody who is raped, that machine, that DNA machine, they go test you. If you rape not true, it will go to jail. It don't pass that bill. And in the government again, it divide 2, that are 4. Because some people and then somebody they hate you. He go lie for you. He say you don't go rape her. Now make the President Trump, he don't send that machine, he send the machine, the end of this month, the machine they go inside Liberia. And he go the same President Trump, he give 2,000 cars to Liberian government for the first time in the history. Where the President Trump, America President, they give 2,000 cars. This is confirmed source at the time when I cross check if the lot at the lie. Me they talk to me, they work with the government now, and they work with National Security Council, Immigration Department. Me I send this message now the place at the work. Waiting at the tell is the confirmed source. I want everybody get people that are Liberia, call them waiting at the talk. If not lie at the lie, when I demand it, if not true at the talk, when they prove me right, or when I prove me wrong. My brother and sister. But when you say we want bad leadership in that country, Now it make everything don't go up now that country. Everything don't go up, up and down. Waiting the president don't talk again. He say they read the duty of rest for market declaring afraid of this country. Now if they try now by
And all welcome once again. Now we highlight some of the significant points them we make. Mr. Ibrahim Conte, welcome, sir. Now acknowledge some of Mr. Jibril Sanfa has been one of the distractor around here, but we will keep an in until we had enough of him. Mr. Korombo, welcome, sir. Welcome. Mr. Dotson Cookie Cole, welcome, sir. Pasheki, welcome, sir. What else can we acknowledge yet? Madam Saleh Kamara, welcome, Madam. Mr. Kaloko, Gibson Kaloko, Mr. Joseph Kamara, my wonderful lady, Madam Iman Ibrahim, welcome. What else? Okay, now forgive me, yeah. I got to look at Sadigo. Mr. Mohammed Kamara, welcome. Okay, so some of the things that way it puts way so beautiful. I think I don't make some of them statements there earlier. Where I guess the African award where consists of 54 country presidents. Opong Mekam at number 6. Yeah, at 6. At number 6. I think I might have accidentally blocked him, Mr. Cole. Anyhow, yeah, it make us number 6, which I don't speak earlier, and I also been say he happened to be Salon for all kindly hold. I also been say happened for be how you call him a millionaire, because obviously in I know him background prior to him coming to politics, and this man make and clear say he been worth $85 million. So not some money basically go be in problem. I guess it's the reason why it do right by the Liberian people them. This person would speak obviously now we on Salon brother. He say come up from the Kenema area, and it work for the National Security Council now Liberia there. They also talk about the freedom of speech, how everybody they exercise them. They give the example of the 3-day protest where and the president makes sure say security mean for everybody. Then they give them water because he wants them to express themselves freely, and that is part of democracy. Like how in we've seen at the video, we cannot boast of democracy if everybody is not inclusive, and obviously one of which is if they're not able to express themselves freely, then obviously there's no democracy. They also talk about I guess with that in money they where it been gets now millionaire it build also a hotel where it say inside the hotel it build over 48 houses, you know. So it's great. It talk about the how it makes sure say it provide free tuition for students them. It also give them money. They say if they not believe then cost check. They also give them money where it's saying that they're all for transport. Kudos to him. I want to acknowledge also Mr. Abubakar Bangura, welcome. Mr. Elvis, welcome. What else coming in between? I think that's it. Okay. Salon for all, voice for all network television. Kindly identify yourself, please. Who's the call from and what's your name?
Hello.
Yeah, welcome. What's your name? Who's the call from?
Good evening, Khadija.
Good. Oh.
Prophet Pasheki.
Yes, sir. Pasheki, welcome, sir. Welcome.
God bless you.
Amen, sir.
I am
You too.
senior executive member of All People's Congress Party.
Yes, sir.
And also I'm aspirant flag bearer for the presidency of Sierra Leone 2023.
Yes, sir. Welcome.
I want first to thank you very much for your commitment.
Thank you, sir.
For sensitizing me as Sierra Leone as Khadija.
Yes, sir.
Now, the former guest you had on here as a speaker, who claims to be working for the Security Council of Liberia. I want to say, he not the appropriate person for speak about the condition of Oprowia in presidency, because he works for the government first and foremost. But we appreciate him for what he say. I don't have much to say about Oprowia, But make us say this as well, the fact that, or whether it's a fact or not, he had $85 million before coming to presidency has nothing to do with somebody being having integrity or being righteous. You know me to say because a candidate for presidency has $500 billion, so if he become president, it will be corrupt. No, history is not on the side of such a statement. We have seen the Donald Trumps and even kings and rulers in other nations, we don't do past that. They get money past support. We are far away. And to this day, they are wicked and corrupt. We've seen slavery. When people had billions, they were still enslaving people, leaders them. So down there, throw it out the window. Very shortly, Khadija and guests, what I want to talk about here today is that we are the people of religion. As you know, men are Christian. I have a prophetic ministry, and we have a say also in the affairs of Sierra Leone. What you will not want is to make the shayateen, the jinn, the Satan agents, take precedence over what we have to say. Because what in go on now, the people of God, Muslim, Christian, we are talking, we pray for divine intervention. We want righteous leadership and rulership, but the people of Satan, they also have to turn back, they talk again. They want their own leadership back. You see, so we have a war of good against evil. So we say the biggest hindrance to saving Sierra Leone, the Sierra Leoneans them. My sister, Sia Kelly, from London, the Queen, as they call them, he just make the same comments now. So, you see, my dear Khadija, we are blaming leaders. What why they put leaders them in office? Now the people and the vote them and support them in power. You see, some of us even in the church we pray or the mosque we pray against sin them. We say that they destroy we, but no, now we own people then. And our household wickedness. We have to look within. We look outside for the enemies. Them they are within. The enemies of Sierra Leone are within. They start from the mother building. Can't wrong. These are the ones where they call speaking them for dying hospital because they don't get common things them for make the mama bone them. Because why they are using the money and they take the money. Long and short of it. You know. So what do we say, the people of God? What I advise una back again? Una we say that sabi God. Una Christian Muslim them. In una discourse about the betterment of Sierra Leone, a country that belongs to God. Una make sure say una the season, una watch them, una ideologies them, una support for the presidency of Sierra Leone and any other office with the things of God. Una have a godly mindset. The mindset of tribalism, not a godly mindset. The mindset of regionalism is not godly. The mindset of the families is not godly. So I don't want us because one fine day we have to answer for every decision we make on this earth. One fine day whether you vote for, you will answer for that back again. Satan, they fed so hard, they get too much voice to the media. Too much voice, and to this very day, people are clapping for Mother Bill. To this very day, and another poor is Kuruma Komodi either. I'm not getting false them. What we need in Sierra Leone now righteous rulership. We fulfill people them where they fear God. They have a history, a background of serving the Lord and not themselves. For can't take this country here so. And God know we get to when He will send people in for can do them. We have to look for them. When we come up behind $85 million. When we come up behind making Limba and all this foolishness. Now we look on God inside. Now we use God in eye, God in mind, God in ears now, God in heart. More come up we will talk. Now most of Christians. But when we open our mouth for talk, I know there is nothing will come from the Quran as far as how to select your leaders. Or from the Bible. They use intellectual talking, philosophy and all this. Where are the people of God in the servant of Sierra Leone? Now I want to know. Thank you very much, Khadija. May God bless you all. May God bless you.
Amin, sir. Thank you. We'll answer to you right away. Thank you, sir. Yeah. And I thank you for your patience. I will share the number for Ina. We know already gets the number in a little bit. So Ina said go call if you're not getting a concern. I think say it creates some salient points them. One of which is say not judge a person based on them being a millionaire, because even a millionaire can still come back again and thief, which is true. But in this case, and another individual also brings some concern where say then they suffer in a salon. Why are they focused on Liberia? The reason why I bring the example of Liberia is because first of all, must not do with Pasheki and connect her with the other young man in statements. So like how they say, I agree that people that can be millionaire but then still not get satisfied. Like where the Quran say the best person is somebody where I guess get a content mind. So but in the case or the example of President Weir, like I say, wait, I can talk, and now they just talk about the backup with evidence, and then I already don't see the evidence then. And the apart from even what's in this guy talk, and they see the progress where they making us Liberia. So I'm not gonna say because in I be millionaire, and not for trust her on a lie. No, and you see why they talk, and they make sure say the evidence they for back me statement up. You know, but it is true that we still get for put her into consideration for be mindful for saying not all millionaire go be like George Ware, but in your case if they do right by in people them, if they make an open for now it make number 6 out of 54. I believe say they do something will beneficial to in people them and to in country as a whole. So where credit is due, we forgive them. And the young man again, we hear. And the reason why we they sit down, we get with different platform them, where they talk, where they get the fairness of God, where they talk about in a pain. I want to say it's not a baseless comparison, but rather for now we get an open eye. Say if Liberia, where we not be the anthem of West Africa, now we them they run to for college, we don't make the best of the best. Now that country, when it comes to the presidents them, the this, the that. Now we country them they run to back in them days, for then they can seek refuge during the wartime for education, blah blah blah. But now today, Liberia then they go before we. So now that they make that comparison. They say we officials themselves can learn from Liberia and make we a better country. It can be done, provided that they are humble, provided that they take it as constructive criticism, provided they say, oh, this was I just want to discourage we or you want to condemn we. No, that is not the case here, but rather call things by the name. Like I give the example in the case of the first lady of Liberia, in mannerism, how they do in things them, the way they approach people them, the way they in choice of words, respect. So I hope say I get unclear. I hope say I respond to the concern of Pasheki. And again, it talk about religious bodies, them religious leader in terms of the Christianity, in terms of the Islam. Yeah, that is fact that themselves gets their own obligation for do. And eventually I will get for the how you call them, invites them themselves, then themselves go they pull them voice. Could it possibly be say back themselves then they afraid God one great? No. But that's why they take we on what you able for do. Now this platform will join voice in Pasheki. Expect me call soon. So you said go join voice with we with future in the upcoming days for future political debates or other discussion where you will be a blessing of. Yeah. Thank you for calling, sir. Always appreciate you. And now I'll read some of the thing. Mr. Karama, we ignore you. Now for stay so and enjoy, we not begin to talk bad, yeah? Enjoy, we want to keep you here, so not begin to talk bad. This channel belong to everybody, but now we use with voice and we use and sincerely. Usai bad day, now we talk on. Usai good day, where the president do good, we go talk on. Where he do bad, we go talk on. Yeah. Madam Fatu, welcome. Madam Fatu Mansari, welcome, and thank you for your kind words. I am asking all Sierra Leoneans before you go to bed every night, declare this prayer. Almighty God, expose all evil plan against Sierra Leone. Amen. Mr. Muhammad Kamara, nice one, sir. I think I said the same thing similarly to that here over and over. Anybody who mean good for that country, they need to succeed. Anybody who mean bad, let God make that bad day not reach way, and they don't ever succeed. For that bad day. The person where they use the name say Ines Koroma, a day in disguise, Mr. Ines S. Koroma. You come for distract you, but we will not allow you. You go come and enjoy the platform just like every Sierra Leonean. If you continue there, we have no choice but take you out. But no one do that. Even though some of the distraction can necessary, now they make these sweets. All man not go agree with you. It go be boring, not also. But now we keep it clean. Besides Escobar left me. And they can't play Yago do all my art school first by Yago do ba when they come back. Love you guys, man.
Father Cosman this Bunka Bobo. Yeah, Yagodu ba, Yagodu, Yagodu ba, Yagodu, Yagodu ba, Yagodu ba, Yagodu ba, Yagodu ba, Yagodu ba. Father Cos, Yagodu ba. Na then they mark, na then they sack. Na then they appoint, so na then they disappoint. Na then we bra, so we say yes sir. Anything they talk, we just say yes sir. Na him make them they feel say we na munku. The one can give we Roma, for go rally for them. We then win, don't they lock and pan we. Who value votes bad, who know they even so you ask. Yagodu ba, Yagodu, Yagodu ba. Yagodu, Yagodu ba, Yagodu ba, Yagodu ba, Ansa, Yagodu ba, Una Ansa, Yagodu ba, yeah, Yagodu ba. Okay, now me now na president, His Excellency signature, Granat project come assign, Gary project come assign. Banana project come assign. Na this country assign. I get gold, I get diamond, I get bauxite, I get iron ore. For better me people them.
It look like the Axel Uncle Small and Yago ba. So now I want to play another one, like I say anything what they make. Now we kind of like share authentic evidence then for backup with statements. Then I also will send misleading information. Some of the construction where they take place in Liberia. Now share with you. Now then we come right back. Now thank you.
Your story will change. Brother, your story will change. There is no problem with a solution. Your problem will soon expire. Your story is bound to change. Your goal is stay alive. The Egyptian you see today, tomorrow you will see them no more. Sister, your story will change. Brother, your story will change. There is no problem with a solution. Your problem will soon expire. Your story is bound to change. Your boy stay alive. The Egyptian you see today, tomorrow you will see them no more. Hey! Sister, I know life is not easy. Brother, I know life is not easy. There are enemies of progress in this world who don't want to see you shine. The more you try your very best, they are always there to bring you down. While others are going forward in life, your life is always going backward. Friends and loved ones forsake you. Family member and relative reject you. You are confused and frustrated and don't know which way to go. Sister, don't give up. Brother, I say don't give up, man. God is never too late. Your story is bound to change. Sister, your story will change. Brother, your story will change. There is no problem with a solution. Your problem will soon expire. Your story is bound to change. Your God is there alive. The Egyptian you see today, tomorrow you will see them no more. Hey! Your story is.
And I welcome back. I hope saying I enjoyed that. One of old school tune where I like so much. When I Liberia jam, I go play them in a way for give we words of encouragement for say that we too go one day get such development provided that we officials them do right by we and able for take some of these we concern as not hating but rather in open make room for improvements and do right by Salon in Sierra Leonean. And I enjoy them. Then we go to the next topic. I suppose say some of you I know this soon. Keep on trying.
Life is not easy to carry on. I know you've been trying so very, very hard, but you got to be strong if you want to survive. You could be a rich man, you could be a poor man. We are just the same. One life, one blood. Sometimes it gets so hard for you.
Sometimes it will get hard for you now. In a beer. Never give up.
Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. So there is life.
As long as life, there's got to be hope.
Keep on trying. One day, keep on trying. It's gonna be better. Keep on trying. Keep on trying.
Whatever we do now, not give up on Mama Salon. Someday we'll get there by God in power.
If you've been suffering for so long and there's nowhere to turn, just take it to
Lord in prayer.
He will be on your side, and you're never gonna fall. You've been hurt so many times. You've been let down by all your friends. But don't lose your mind.
Don't lose your mind.
Keep trying.
Keep trying.
Some people didn't love you when you had. When you down and laugh at you. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. Lord, there is life. There's got to be hope. Oh, keep on trying. Forever and ever. Keep on trying. Don't give up. Keep on trying. Keep on trying. No matter how.
Any rain way come say it must come. Any light place where that say light must come someday. And I not give up Sierra Leonean. And I continue to stay as law abiding citizen. And I be if na gari na getting item. Nothing not the way they last forever. Not even hard time. But strong people do last. We're here for you, even though we know that they physically, but in spirit. That is why I take my Salon is my bone, my everything. No, we not give up. And I cry now we cry. We're not here to condemn, but rather to point things as it is. But now we get a better Salon. And a patient in a beer. Out there they run so we can't see for education. One fine day you go be. How them it depend on we for be the anthem of West Africa. It will be back. We are number one when it comes to the smartest, intelligent people. Why would they suffer so much? God know. Everything will get an end. No, we be are. So I hope say that again as some type of solace in between. Now we give kudos to Honorable Abdul, where himself speak on behalf of the people of Sierra Leone and for the betterment of we justice system. We still continue for celebrate time. I go again salute AIG Memuna, where we play in video as we not feminist them here, where the woman and do good with the talk where they not do good, they get back to where they do the ace. Hopefully they will change. So they come right back. Now we play Honorable Abdulion. They will come right back. Now thank you. So that special dedication now for that young man will say, then they suffer in a salon. I want you hold God, now you take courage. Everything will come to an end one day in a good way. So continue for patience, continue for be law-abiding citizen, and God will see you through. Yeah, we all love you and we care for you. Hence the reason why we take time out of we day each time during the week for just now we talk and cry of things that we need to go right for we as citizen. When they come right back, not time for us get Honorable Abdulion, and then when they come right back. Thank you.
As little as you might see us, you are the big boy in the room. That is correct, Mr. Minister. No, you are the big man in the room. But we are going to tell you as a parliament that if you don't answer our questions here, we will be left with no options. But to tell you, first you deceive the president, and you're deceiving us again as members of parliament. And this culture of deceiving people because we have authority. And you know what? Sorry to say this to you, Mr. Minister. But the way you respond to us was so arrogant.
Okay, I was talking also about power drunk, how basically when we're in we position then now we'll be humble. I don't give kudos to Mr. Soiree here a lot of time, but lately I've been a bit disappointed because they point out some of the observation and somebody been doing we debates here sometime a week or two ago. Somebody say the honorable minister unfortunately used the word say Sierra Leoneans and Depa Boku talk. It got unfortunate because it's not a man who I've been holding high esteem, and I hope that he go on learn from some of these mistakes and do better because we expect better from him. Again, one thing why I be showing at the vocational and education center where they build for the citizens of Liberia on this platform, we don't make so many suggestions in terms of solution or getting a better mama salon in the case whether not them picking their son now or where them become a victim now or the one they win a homeless, so the one they win offense them or all anything in there. When you say you develop a country, those are things you put as priority because you want to leave a legacy. Say, okay, I don't build this orphanage here, so I don't do good. Like in the case of George Way, I don't care who that ate who that say the thief, but it left a legacy where nobody no good denying it. They writing at their face, black and white. You can hate him, you can be against him, or whatever the case may be. You can criticize him, but the truth will remain the truth. There's no way President Bill go do X, Y, and Z, then people then go still they condemn say not do X, not Bill, not do this, not do that. You understand? So and right now when they talk, then there's a lot of saying about the bridge Ashobi. Where they look forward to that when not only for launch the initiative where it don't bring, but also for now we actually physically see the changes, the development. Then we will also give kudos to that. But in the meantime, we just talk about, we just see now but Ashobi, and like I say, everything are transparent. And I see when this president's travel with Giam, it give the specific $137 million. It come back, it telling Liberian people, they say, now this they don't give it, now this way they do, and we they make sure say them money they are so we they do in a transparent fashion where they go monitor them, the person will go be assigned in that area, therefore make sure say the money not go in them pockets. That is exactly his word. So those are all part of a responsibility, part of transparency, part of holding oneself accountable, and the list goes on. So when you do things like that, the Sierra Leoneans can go gladdy for you, or the Liberians can go gladdy for you, because then they see say there's nothing to hide. But if you don't go get that X amount of money, then the king say back himself for can help. If not, some people then we know what to say, not go talk about that. So until when the king you don't come, they don't put on the pocket is try for share with the administration them, you know. So I think say where credit is due, we must give it, and we will continue for encourage we self the own administration for net and do better by we. The other thing I want to talk where it go again, it go be a rather unfortunate why I come through this. I believe say these are some of the things we can always give suggestion to the first lady of how we go engage itself on productive things. Instead of first lady they go right say did per honeymoon in the obvious of way we did at recession, or where they say angry Buku Saga. You understand me? I believe say these are the things we go the right now in war. Again, we are not here to, we are just trying to call in attention. In the example of the Liberia first lady, and I see a share and we page the other day, because if we happy for other people, then God will bring blessing to we. Meaning that way they are looking. We're not gonna see no man we on first lady with a showcase where we not they see. Instead, for first lady, they tell we saying they right now they enjoy. Now I don't know whether na Babylon or na Usai or we don't know. But again, we they look and say unfortunately it's irrelevant. Certain things them first lady they bring out upon himself on that of his husband. Because let's say if even you go to Timbuktu or you go to Paris or whatever, you go enjoy. We don't need to see that, because you're basically teasing or provoking the one the way they suffer with angry Boku and Gary. You understand? You can keep them private. It's not necessary for them at the wall. So, but when you put it for display, then of course, like a me wab one rest today they take them and do an emergency and try for correct you say it's wrong. You cannot do that to us, especially the vulnerables then back home. You understand? We'll definitely bring them to your attention, and they can say those sycophants label, then go say, oh, Khadija is hating, or just no. We're not putting you down, we are not hating, no, not at all. We're calling things by their name, and it's not right. The other thing, like I say, what I want to engage in, a rather unfortunate for now, we see with Seth at number 6. We see Opong at number 6 for the best reason. We see Salon as number 6, excuse me, language for prostitution. I believe say that's something if you they walk towards the girl's child, or in terms of this answer for girls, how you go able for see that we walk this way we not belong, we're not even sure that type of how you call on the number for say we belong in terms of prostitution, we high in that rate. It's rather unfortunate, you know. So if you did you initiative now and offer girls, how you go able to get these girls? These are all suggestions I have made, wherein you go get these girls off the streets. You go try for see them money, then where they say then give you how many million. You can try for the, you know, that's hard for build back home, where you build a place when like a safekeeping place. I don't talk about the one existing, but waiting at your own legacy where you left with these hands off our girls. Then one day way be said and then our streets then they are stray maybe because of circumstance. How you go able for pick the way you build the host there so then they can get a safe haven. These are all suggestions where it be say if you're humble enough you can take them and you run with it, and me no will get the credit, you go get it at the end of the day. You understand? Provided that you not take and say na bashing or whatnot. So now play that day for now as we continue to stay or remain credible, then I see the authentic fact and then they come right back.
Top 15 countries with the most prostitutes. Today's data comes from the United Nations Program on HIV and AIDS. Prostitution is financial transactions for sexual in-person services. At number 15 is Bangladesh. At number 14 is Thailand. At number 13 is the Philippines. At number 12 is Tanzania. At number 11 is Kenya. At number 10 is Madagascar. At number 9 is Sudan. At number 8 is Pakistan. At number 7 is Indonesia. At number 6 is Sierra Leone. At number 5 is Mexico. At number 4 is Brazil. At number 3 is India. Number 2 is Algeria. Don't forget to like. Number 1 is Democratic Republic of Congo. And
welcome back. So we goal here go be how do we come out from that number 6 So number one, so not being there at all. That for be with gold. It talk about AIDS and HIV. This platform we don't share educational material on different occasion. I even been get one we'll be doing like a fun one. We'll say we all they look for JC. We'll go back again and revisit. Wherein sometimes there's some people then they come out outside of sorry, not the diaspora, whether they go by under. It could be either way. Sometimes the man or the woman them, or sometimes again they picking them. Unfortunately, because before they get some big man there, so we go help them for the sake of God. Then help now is basically they need benefits behind it. Through that now, if not picking the way it be say one, then they protect themselves on the day from one bra to another one the par and way they with the par. You dey go get big sick from the par, in that example, So unfortunately, them picking their so then because of survival, because of poverty, unfortunately, all man get the God in them will go say, okay, they help you for God and Nabi. So then they take and say, even woman they were not able yarn before, but now they are quote unquote on prestige position. Then they take that in out and they abuse one woman to another. Maybe they don't protect themselves. Now so then they shape the disease, unfortunately. So for now we say we nonchalant about the fact that HIV and AIDS does not exist in Sierra Leone. It's a lie. It's a no. So please, how you go able for educate them one day, so how we go able for get better clinic or even improve the existing clinic them for them picking their so for give them training, free training them of how HIV and AIDS they exist, how them for take care of themselves, X, Y, and Z. This is all part of the process wherein if you build this safe haven house for them, wherein you will get also, like I say, not only the staff them will go monitor them, but also professional. Some of them we don't go through trauma where they go get to like I call them counseling from a trained professional psychologist or whatever you want to call them, so that they're all equally important. Like I always don't repeat, and again, that's why I share the one for the First Lady of Liberia. You cannot do that initiative without, include the woman them. They are also equally important. We're not going to only say hands off our girls, but the woman themselves, then they suffer either in silence, either, in the case of, like I say, Madam Sata Lamin, where again, if you don't say multiple man them, unfortunately tamper with them, but then give and deaf here. So we hope for a better salon. Another one where I've been talk about, we get the quadruplets twins where the parents and a farmer for we where they watch again. I've been breaking down quadruplets like salon. We go say twin na 2, triplets na 3, quadruplets na 4 picking. So the woman born 4 picking at the same time. We get a similar case in Nigeria where parents them born something similar. The governments provide for them home. I said the same thing yesterday. They provide home and whatever the case may be. So we hope say you as the mami na the country, you can run and give aid to them family then they, whether it's financial aid, housing, or whatever the case may be, because it's not easy for them. They're already on the below poverty living condition, and now they don't get additional 4-week come in. So if even you not one for the family, which they're not plan and they not take fertility pill, but God bless them, which is a blessing for we country. We pray that God will give them picking and they well body and long life. It will be a good history for we country as well, and we hope that they will cancel the aid and rescue them like how Nigeria do for their own citizen. Now see if I get down there, now go play them for we and we'll come right back.
Adena Alkalia, I presently don't see 4 picking them of the same mother with them born there the same day when are today, Where them born there yesterday, the 11th of September 2020. You can see them face there of the same. Now how many now boy picking and girl picking?
1 boy, 3 girls.
It is say you get 1 boy and 3 girls. Within Alkela government PHU. And the mommy this way presently they eat. But like I see the same condition, it tell on we say you no go able alone take care of them picking there. So unfortunately for meet up with the in charge when Madam. Yes, ma. Who thing the advocacy will go able try for them who picking there for let them able support them.
Well, we serve as people of God and people where they work with when body business. We serve gladly where you come now because we serve as when body people then we don't talk to the family for say this na great responsibility what we no go able to take care of or them self no go able to take care of. But if somebody like you come, at least we self now happy over that, because if we link them picking here with them mama with other people, then I believe say other have people that go able to help for take care of them picking, because this also small work now big work for take care of them picking a day.
So I already say because of the caring, you want to refer them from Alkalia to
Kabbalah Government Hospital.
What you make dandy for happen, ma?
Well, we need advocacy for let this woman with him picking, then let them go get help. And for care for them for picking, I know go easy because now 2 bobby God make for 1 picking. But if they can't then 4 for 2 bobby, the picking them go strain and the woman self go strain. So now that make me say at least let them go for that. See they see the woman no more. We there on grip right now, at least for maintaining health, because it's not easy for let one woman go born 4 picking there, the health strong.
Seriously.
So out of the help what the health worker give, so when at the midwife, the help what in don't give, at least because myself not be there, I just the car, the go by meeting one for this same PHU work. I just the cancel with ambulance.
Madam, we want to tell you thank you. Okay, we tell you brief.
Thank you.
And on then we for picking the way the number there. Always to tell you thank you, your name. We attach now. So yeah.
So it's been a really surprise.
Seriously.
Only God can do it. Because this woman will take and see no one at
Now welcome back. I listen, I don't get some of the video. I'm sorry, I think fix her in a way where it was like upside down. Excuse me on that one. Mr. Muhammad Boyma, sister, then they engage you. This is again holding oneself accountable. When you want to do better, you learn from the mistakes. If your statement is on point, or for say your submission is true, then not look about the mistake where other person don't do, but rather how you learn from the mistake there and do better. So I would say enough of that excuse of the blaming of the then administration, but rather holding oneself accountable and saying that I'm going to do better and I've learned from that mistake, and not necessarily saying I agree with you or your statement is accurate, but still now we just try for shy away from that and rather hold oneself accountable and try for do better. Yes, Madam, Mr. Sam Bobo, thank you so much. Actually well stated. Dedication to reverse their decision to allow pregnant girls. Okay, so Mr. Mohammed Kamara, that's another good I hear you. You know, you don't believe is that pregnant picking them for able for given the opportunity for go to school, but I think again I believe we side in the struggle and the cultural difference maybe in the places of United States or Europe that is an okay, but because of cultural difference and maybe because of the spiritual leaders their advice, I believe say maybe now that's make them decide for shy away from that. I don't know. I know say during the then first lady be shy away from that in look and say in some of the even the one of the video where I would try forget to in one of a young girl say it wasn't even a good example for the other students them from in your submission is say in belief say the decision for make sure say the Pekin or the young girl gets the Pekin, born the Pekin, then from there continue education will be a better approach than allowing them for go school while they gets pregnant. We will show a sign or a signal for say it is okay, it is acceptable for the other picking them. So I think saying that that's then the battle with in terms of cultural or the type of message where they was sent to the one they were not necessarily involved in terms of sexual activity. I want again now we give kudos to Madam AIG Memuna. They will come back a nice statement again where I want to always celebrate. So they come right back and I thank.
So if there's no we won't complain, now we won't send the call. Mr. Zovula, IG, and then they call and go say you begin them, you're not satisfied. And that complaint they don't go say you're not satisfied. One, they say we're not able to we left Motokan and the Waka, we left club and the open, we left people and they sell take opening. So man they sell paper things there for sale. Then they not for happen. I make IG say make a day out for this church. Make I make sure say all the things the way they say not for do during this curfew, let people they not do them. We not they go fetch there because we police we they closer to the people, not so. Yes, we cannot work without the members of the community, not so. Yes, so what we they go? We they go tell them for let them comply. We they tell them tranga one, but not to with I know the difference, eh? You can talk tranga, but you know they use slang. You get a lot of people where if you talk to them, then they do what you say. You get a small number where you let you talk fire commander, but you know they pass to apply for not to smoke. So what we do now, the one day where we go able to talk to majority, the big number we go able to talk to where we say, okay, I don't smoke, we can comply, and then I'll ban it not to do. The small one, like the 1% or less than 1%, we say, but what we say, if you don't get a 1%, still we for use the discretion how we treat them. But now we don't say the life and after the end, not to so. Nobody no go want now for let us say that the other person they die, not to so. We not deny you to see person they 1 kilo that person, or you want go burn government place, or you hold for slash they run after policeman or other civilian. Go no say go kill her, go damage away, go lead to death or seriously. Then they will not compromise at all. But if now for this number for sure obey the company, if we arrest at them for make sure say we not wound them. Not so? Yes, sir. Make sure say we not go kill in the hand. We go get the way they make them say that like this and our channel. So that approach now for the majority of the people. You want now wait and map now we want say but they know that big, now you already get the power, not to so. And now we get so much power. So that will put power they will have to protect 10 years and let me don't turn on that problem. Even though we can do all of this for making things go to go, we never wonder why should they try for making it go to go, we go make a situation, they go people that was wrong, they say that they can have police station. Hey, if it's the man inside, oh, she go through, I make this problem, I make this problem, don't you? So therefore use the discretion wisely.
And I welcome back. Kudos to Madam AIG Memuna for wonderful statement, wonderful advice. Advice we go save lives. Advice we go help them, man and woman, them they in uniform for do right by Sierra Leone and Sierra Leonean. Thank you for your service, Madam. Once again, salute. Again, Madam First Lady, now we engage them a little bit. There's a lot we can do. Engage the government for now you speak on behalf of the students them, especially where you to gear towards the girls them. You want to empower them. You want to make sure say they become independent, not dependent. Let them be productive citizens to salon. So in the case of the Lim Cock Wing University, you can help them as well for make sure say they meet that goal, which the goal is for see that the subsidy where the then administration may give them, let them get time, let them go continue on with their education. We go continue for Rick Echo that's all will be said. You're being productive, you're being your interest is not shift towards self-interest but rather interest of Sierra Leone and Sierra Leonean. And again, like I say, in the case of the quadruplets, we hope that you will step up and see how social welfare will help them people and they and with government as a whole. Again, brothers and sisters, and I remember within bind we together green, white, and blue. I play for another example of dirty politics, how politicians and they think and how politics they go. So I want reminding that again, in a take control of in our life after God don't take control of in our self, take control of in our life, and I be responsible, and I value in ourselves, and I not allow somebody from going and I go cause any harm, and then we in I need them for in I be productive or be self independent. They are not there to help you. So I play this again as a reminder for you now. Then I come back again now, call and quit. I go send the phone line. Then if anybody want to call, I'll give like 5-10 minutes. Then from there we'll call it a wrap. And I thank you.
Oh, I'll use the same guys we used the last time. I hope you remember them, Team A. Yeah. They are very marvelous guys. They will deliver. Of course. Yeah. My family, they are all in US. My wife and the remaining 2 kids. Yeah, but Obina was trying to prove stubborn that he wouldn't go, but I tried everything possible to force him. Yeah. Oh, I will call them immediately after this call. You don't have a problem, sir. Yeah. Oh, no problem. Thank you very much. Have a nice day, sir. Thank you. Baron, his number would be...
Hello?
Is this Bruno?
I would call Bruno.
Your boss.
Sorry, sir. Good afternoon, boss. Chief. Ah, Chief, you don't tell. Why you just forget your voice like that, Chief? Chief, your voice don't change now. I don't even get this your number.
Bruno, forget about the changed voice and the unknown number. There is a job I want you to handle for me.
Job?
Get your boys ready. I will make every details available for you tonight.
Okay.
No stories. I don't want what happened last time to repeat itself.
Chief, remember we lost J-Boy in our last mission?
Yes, and so what?
Now, the problem is that we may have a gap or leakage in our strategic positioning.
Bruno, what do you want? Chief. Go straight to the point.
We need to fill in J-Boy's gap.
My friend, you're still not making sense. What do you want?
I would suggest that we replace J-Boy with your son. And henceforth, he should be part of every assignment that you give to us.
My son? You mean my only son? Bruno, you must be crazy.
Chief, I'm not crazy. I need the craze. You are rather the crazy one here. We are people's children too, for crying out loud. The way you love and care about your children, that is exactly the way our parents do love and care about us too. You can't be using us as thugs while your children and siblings are studying in UK, USA, Canada, and enjoying the luxuries of life. Oh, you think we don't know? You think we don't know that you are preparing for your children to return and work in NNPC, CBN, NCC, DPR? Chief, for your information, we are degree holders. If you ever want to give us any job again, you should be in any of the places you want your children to work. Foolish man.
Bruno, me foolish man?
My boys and I will never pull the trigger that will destroy this nation. Our bullet will only shoot peace. Nigeria is for all of us. Nigerian youth, say no to thuggery and do not allow yourself to be used as thugs. If anyone wants you as a thug, request that his children be part of it. Vote and don't fight. Say no to violence. Shoot peace and not guns.
Innocent, money making machine worldwide.
Oh yeah, pray for me, Mama, pray for me. I'm in the jungle, I want to make money. Oh yeah, pray for me, Papa, pray for me. Oluwa, guide my footsteps in this journey. Oh yeah, pray for me. Pray. Oluwa bless me as I am taking this journey. The road to success not be something we funny. Sometimes you go day level, sometimes you go stormy. Lord, I depend on you to prepare a table before me. Baba, take me away from this wilderness. Protect me from the things them where you be said that they give man stress. This year my life no sweet, I'm tired with this bitterness. I must make this money, I beg you Baba, make you give access. Oh yeah, pray for me, Mama, pray for me. I'm in the jungle, I want to make money. Oh yeah, pray for me. Papa, pray for me. Oluwa, guide my footsteps in this journey. Oh yeah, pray for me. Pray, 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 pray.
And welcome back. Make a play while I wait for the call stem. If there's any call, not play. Another one when a good statement from Mr. DJ Force, the SLPP DJ, we can also be part of we. These are all example of how we for able for speak under one voice. We na something we gear towards the truth. I just play them and they wait for enough patiently. If they call, they give in the next 5-10 minutes to go on.
Fellow Sierra Leoneans, me na DJ Force, the SLPP DJ. Today, I want to draw the attention of Sierra Leoneans, both internal and external, on the parliamentary saga where we all see happen between Tawa and Rado Soaye. Fellow Sierra Leoneans, before I go further, today I want to draw the attention of Sierra Leoneans for say the new direction. We need for pay attention. We need for put the country first. But fellow Sierra Leoneans, today I want to tell in a say when they appoint Rado Soaye as Minister of Communication and Information in the Republic of Sierra Leone, now Parliament we get for approval. And if we take oath before Parliament say it will work in the interest of the country and the people, failing for understand that when they call on for let it can in the House of Parliament for can explain about SANCAP in performance and not be go down well with the people in the Republic of Sierra Leone. Fellow Sierra Leonean, now Parliament they represent everybody. Now Parliament get the responsibility for acts, ministers, government appointees for everyday activities which they do. But now we all go back and look into the information and how the Minister of Communication and Information will respond to the House of Parliament, not only to Tawa but to the country people. This also not be go down well with Sierra Leoneans around the world, both internal and external. But if today the House of Parliament don't stand very strong, for me they will able to call upon Minister of Communication and Information for can explain about SANCAP, where the minister feels that is also offensive to him. Then I want for tell Sierra Leoneans that both internal and external for say Rado Soaye don't let we down. You know, capable that officially, because if fail for can explain in the House of Parliament or to the House of Parliament about what the SANCAP stand for and how the contract will go and how with development where SANCAP don't bring come for Sierra Leoneans, and when the president they don't clearly inform the House of Parliament and the people of Sierra Leone for say SANCAP is doing well, is doing greater job and is making money, is making profit in Sierra Leone. Then the Minister of Information and Communication deny for give clear evidence, information in the House of Parliament where that don't show say is not capable to be in that office. And based on that, because if they for express insight, then all the people where they for look into transparency and accountability in the House of Parliament, they all resign with their leader. Where this is a very big blow to Sierra Leoneans. This is a very big blow on the new direction. If today people dey cover am, when we DJ Porsh, they take off the blanket. Fellow Sierra Leoneans, today let me explain a little bit of the role of responsibility of Parliament in the Republic of Sierra Leone, where Parliament is there primarily to make laws and also there for provide oversight on government ministry, department and agency, MDAS. This means Parliament now get the power for make it will go into any MDA like fisheries, ministry, NASIT, NRA, SLRA, etc., etc. Now Parliament in responsibility for go and check the areas the way I don't name to now. Places like ministries, departments, agencies, MDAS. This means Parliament has the power to go into any MDA like fisheries, ministries, NASIT, NRA, SLRA, etc., etc. And they get right for demand for the document them. We go green minister doing a greater job. We go show say if these ministers or ministry they do well or are inefficient or are engaged in corruption. Nine Parliament they try to do in the Ministry of Information and Communication. Then Parliament can recommend a legal authority to take action on those MDAS funding waiting. Fellow Sierra Leonean, since the Minister of Information and Communication not be able to tell or not be able to give proper information to the House of Parliament, where that don't show say there is massive corruption going into that ministry and they are just there enriching themselves. For that reason, I will continue for let people that actually know the role of Parliament, where the ministers, the say they are more powerful than the House of Parliament. Any minister where you think say you feel say your ministry is very powerful more than the House of Parliament, then you are making a big mistake, and anything that happens to you, you blame yourself. I further go on with the information. Parliament can also privatize sectors like Sierra Leone Brewery, Macquarie Betting companies, where their business impinge on the rights of the citizens or are not giving adequate services. Parliament get right for check all the ministry if they don't give adequate services to the country. Now only Parliament get right to check the ministries they need at affordable cost. Parliament can take questions, actions on person or group. Now in the House of Parliament try for put together for call upon the Minister of Information and Communication for making you can explain about SACAP, how they will perform and how they want for develop the internet sector or what they get for provide for the Sierra Leoneans. But with Minister of Communication and Information, Rado Soye, not be able to express himself before the House of Parliament. And I will call upon members of Parliament for impeach Rado Soye as don't clearly show for say capable for handle that department that ministry therefore impeach her. That is the responsibility of Parliament. Failing to do that, we are crippling the new direction of fellow Sierra Leoneans. Me that DJ POSH, the SLPP DJ, I will go over the work of Parliament again because Since President Bio don't appoint Tawa for let him stand in the House of Parliament for CCA accountability and transparency take place in the House of Parliament and in the Republic of Sierra Leone, ministers they don't begin feel say they are now more powerful than the House of Parliament. Everybody will see say the way the Minister of Communication and Information they handle the mic in the House of Parliament for making you respond to them. That also may be a new way for address Parliament. These are the people where the redirection don't take responsibility for let them go work for the interest of the country, but they don't take the office above the president who will get. They don't take the DT above the states. They feel say they are above the House of Parliament and they are now above President Liu. Fellow Sierra Leoneans, una join me for now we eject President Liu for make a stand up for say government president power not to kill where you dey share. The people wey President Bio don give a job, not to them we dey vote for. We only vote for 3 people in the Republic of Sierra Leone. Number 1, the president, the vice president, and the members of parliament. Failing to understand them here, when you na the minister wey you pay for understand them here, anything will happen to you, you blame yourself. Fellow Sierra Leonean, one of the things that will not happen in the Republic of Sierra Leone inside the new direction with president don't tie responsibility of all ministry, corporation, members of parliament for let everybody go work in the interest of Sierra Leone. But today, people they don't feel say they are now richer or important more than the House of Parliament. Now you make una see say the Minister of Information and Communication voting up in the House of Parliament, they act a rude dishonesty behavior, dishonesty way, attitude in body language was not correct in the House of Parliament. He was very rude to address the House of Parliament, but people will sit down on top of the high table, we refuse for question him, we refuse for tell and say he is not competent, he is not ready to work in the interest of Sierra Leoneans. But what did they do? They try for bend the truth under the table. Well, today I want to draw the attention of Sierra Leoneans. We want the way they don't understand what's in a SALCAP. When a SALCBS, SALCAP day for provide network services, communication services across the country. And I want to also draw the attention of Sierra Leonean for saying not to everybody employed. Now that country day, not to everybody they work by month. The population where they in the Republic of Sierra Leone where not they work is greater than the population where they work. So when the Minister of Communication and Information, Rado Sware, they try for privatize some areas, you know they do it in the interest of Sierra Leoneans, but they do it in the interest for let it make money or improve himself and get money under the table, development itself under the table. Now in the way the members of parliament were there for oversee transparency, accountability, and equality and freedom of transparency. Rado Sware failed for provide the information to the House of Parliament, where this also the tell bad, they show bad image of the new direction and His Excellency Dr. Julius Marabiu for say a government no dey for provide transparency and accountability. Now in the Tawa ask say, well, why the president giving letter? wey a new document wey show say SANCAP dey make money and SANCAP dey for work in the interest of Sierra Leoneans. Now they can show me different document that don show say there is high corruption in the Ministry of Information and Communication. People just busy, they enrich themselves, and when they call there in the House of Parliament, they want to be rude in the House of Parliament. Fellow Sierra Leoneans, I will call upon the House of Parliament. Let us put SNPP and APC out of Parliament and let we work for the interest of Sierra Leoneans, both internal and external. For let we be able to look into some of the contracts where President Bio don't give, the new direction government don't give to contractors, and we take today for 2 years now. Some of their contracts they are not come to an end, and the only body will get the right for call upon their contractors they are for look into the job there if the paper provide quality service or they are not doing their job correctly, and then they try to look into why their contracts they are not come to an end. The only body will get responsibility for look into them here now the House of Parliament. Fellow Sierra Leoneans, both members of Parliament, APC, SLPP, NGC, C4C, una come together, una stand up for the nation, una stand up for President Bio, una stand up for the new direction for let it succeed. Whatever foundation the new direction they put in the Republic of Sierra Leone, again for benefit we all. For now, no sit down make them up well, and they inject the members of Parliament for when they come together and call upon all corporations, all bodies, all contractors for when they come in the House of Parliament for can see if they are providing the jobs where they don't pay them for, and if they are providing a quality service for the nation, for the country. Fellow Sierra Leoneans, me na DJ Porsh, the SNPP DJ. Today, I want to recommend Tawa, members of Parliament Tawa. Today, me DJ Porsh, they recommend you, say bravo to you, stand up for President Bio agenda as this na your first time where you don't go in the House of Parliament and you constituency no benefit more than all other constituency. As constituency 102 Nalombi, you don't see say a lot of development don't go in that area there, because that shows say you are transparent and you work with the agenda of President Bio. Bravo to you when you resign from that department the way they oversee transparency and accountability. Once the ministers are not ready for provide accountability and transparency, now the ministry there not taking from them. But when the president returns now the country, and they call upon you and they beg you as members of the SLPP and citizens in the Republic of Sierra Leone for let you take up that office mark in the House of Parliament, just for make sure say for put the agenda for prosperity, for development, for transparency and accountability and justice. Tawa, Buya, we beg you with the social media team, with the volunteer and the social media team, we beg you for making pick up that responsibility again now the House of Parliament. Since they don't see say now you are the only person where you don't take on the agenda for President Bio for make sure say everything must be done in the interest of the country. Now the ministers they get for the target you and they get for hate you more and more. But don't look up to them. Now both will vote for you. We won't vote for them ministers they are. Now appoint them. They can commodate. But you will only commodate where they will dissolve Parliament. So the time we vote, the time we president, the time in manifesto, put forward, make sure say you develop, you make sure say President Bio agenda succeed. Tawa, bravo to you. Bravo to you, man. Bravo to you. I want for them members of Parliament come together and impeach him. Therefore, impeach Rado Sare, that also say he is not capable. Now, for let una know say the Ministry of Information and Communication, most of the development activities the way President Bio they do in that country, it is only limited in Freetown. They know they dispatch the information for let it reach down to the people na the local villages for make them know say these are the things that wey the government don dey do wey dey benefit Sierra Leoneans dem. From Rado Soare, from where they don get that office dey one day solar panel sef e no take am in village but e dey make money e dey go show back and friend dem. Fellow Sierra Leoneans, Tawa, bravo to you. Stand up for President Bio in manifesto. Stand up for President Bio in transparency and accountability for let everybody benefit in the Republic of Sierra Leone. I will repeat the information from inside Astata again for let people that clearly know the role of Parliament. And wetin Tawa do for say Tawa dey na the right track because of Tawa dey na the side of the president. The ministers dey get for the overrun am, dey get for the make sure say they make it look like he is not doing his job correctly. But Tawa don clearly show the minister of information and communication say e not capable for doing another office because once the president dey don provide document to the House of Parliament for say the slab company e dey na a profit making company. Now the minister of information want to privatize some area under slabs where that will bring hardship on to Sierra Leoneans. Failing for recognize the House of Parliament, fellow Sierra Leoneans, at the call up of Parliament, both APC, SNPP, NGC, C4C, una come out for stand very firm for impeach Rado Soare. In behavior in the House of Parliament no go down well to the whole world. If anybody go on YouTube, he watch that video, the way he dey answer Parliament there, he was very rude. For that reason, I dey ask am to make he step down. Step down, Rado Soare. You are not the only qualified person for handle that ministry today. Once you will come out with a clear document for show in the House of Parliament how slab paper work na that country and why how Sierra Leoneans dey benefit from slab. Just for you profit dey, you want for privatize some area under slab and una don form una say into cabal for make money out of the people in the Republic of Sierra Leone, and Parliament don call you for can explain how this company dey work for make Sierra Leoneans dey happy, and you know who can express yourself, explain properly in the House of Parliament how the people are dey per generate income and how they dey per provide services, quality services for the people in the Republic of Sierra Leone. You fail for do that. I dey ask the members of Parliament for impeach you. You na wey not qualify for doing that place. Now una don can tie down against President Bio agenda. Una don feel say una don dey above President Bio because President Bio no dey talk. He just don make sure say everybody for do his job correctly and give a report. Now House of Parliament they call you, you refuse for express yourself for sure say the need action is providing quality service, but you don't know with information in the House of Parliament. For that reason, step down. You are not qualified for that position. Fellow Sierra Leoneans, I will call upon the members of Parliament for make them take their responsibility serious for impeach the Minister of Information and Communication, as it don't clearly show say is not competent to be in that office. From where they get appointment, from where it don't work over 2 years in that office, one day solar panel said it don't can go to a village in that like graveyard. Yes, fellow Sierra Leoneans, from where they don't appoint Rado Soare as Minister of Information and Communication, one day solar panel said it don't can go to a village. When Alago Jasawabu, we don't see it, how they got. But if they preach on every day, if they take money by bag, if they can't go to erode through corruption, they don't come plan corruption, they don't go buy corruption, they don't counter inside the new direction, inside Ministry of Communication and Information. Now make the House of Parliament they call them for make explain how they run that office between slabs. If they express itself, instead it try for the room in the House of Parliament. If na that part of the way we say we dey na they may not sack am. Fellow Sierra Leoneans, I will call upon the House of Parliament for make them impeach Rado Soare, as these are the ministers the way don't come where they don't cripple the new direction. I want to draw the attention of Sierra Leoneans, both internal and external, for many people say Sierra Leoneans, the population we employ and the population we know the work. The one they want to know the work, it is greater than the one they want to work. So if we try to go privatize some area in slabs, well, that means you want to cripple the country, you want to make the people suffer in the Republic of Sierra Leone. Now, in a pay for give proper documentation, proper information to the House of Parliament, failing to recognize the House of Parliament and they inject Parliament. Now they no more get right to impeach after the president. Now they no more get right to impeach and recommend to the president for say that minister is not capable, let him step down, not to inwardly educate that country and not to for our vote for President Yu, because what I don't see in the new direction, people they don't think say now they make President Yu win election. No, now Sierra Leoneans they make President Yu, now they vote for President Yu, now they make President Yu win election. You where they don't give minister, you where they don't give ministerial position, they don't appoint you. Now you feel say your office is above the president and your office is above Parliament, and you don't become more richer, then you want to challenge Parliament, then anything will happen to you, you blame yourself. Fellow Sierra Leoneans, Parliament is there. Parliament is there. Primarily to take laws, to provide oversight of government, ministries, departments, and agencies. MDAS. This means Parliament has the power to go into any MDA like the ministries, like fisheries ministry, NASIX, NRA, SRA, etc., etc. Now Parliament get right for call upon the document them in all ministry or managing director to determine whether they are doing a greater job or are inefficient or are engaged in corruption. So what is the point when they go call on Radio Soiree to go show how slab they operate now the Republic of Sierra Leone and it will become more rude to the House of Parliament? Why? That they don't feel say nobody is above him and he is now above of the House of Parliament and above the president. And once President not try for stand up for show say that people are where he give ministerial position, they are not above of him, then well, if you don't try for execute a duty as the highest office for replace and dismiss and replace, then they are ready to cripple the new direction. Then Parliament can recommend the legal authority to take action on those MDAS funding waiting. Parliament can also privatize sector like Sierra Leone Brewery, Macquarie betting companies, where their business impinge on the right of the citizen or are not giving adequate service. So members of Parliament now they no more get right to check the ministers they are, as long as the ministers are not giving adequate services to their people, fellow Sierra Leoneans, at affordable cost. Parliament can take questions, judiciary actions on persons or groups.
All right, so that concludes the end of that.
Power off.
Seeing the way Mr. DJ Force puts in place the SLPP DJ, but then the other thing, like I say, another in your own opinion and in your suggestion, a lot of things then where they say some place in terms of the responsibility of Parliament and the rights we then get in terms of decision making. But then when we look at it again, I'll critically think, I want to make sure say it's not anything personal in the sense that if we hold Honorable Minister accountable in the example of the Deputy Internal Affairs Minister, instead we don't do a lot of things then where many Sierra Leoneans would say it's not in the interest of Sierra Leone or Sierra Leonean. So how come those concerns were also not presented to Sierra Leonean or to the president or to the parliamentarians them. So now look at it that way as well. You know, now it just be fair across board. Look and say maybe again in terms of this honorable minister Soiree. I believe say maybe sometimes there's a possibility we can get a chance we don't learn from this mistake, because there are more significant things that will happen where it has to do with people's life, it has to do with threats, it has to do with abuse of power when it comes to deputy internal minister where nobody not be pulled in voice par. So if we try for be fair, no, just fair across board. I want to say that conclude with today emergency broadcast. Sorry, I've been get a little bit interruption with me daughter. But they talk to me during the time with the audio they go. I'm not saying I be see like me attention a bit divided. So but once again I want to tell you plenty thank you for in our time today. I hope I sure say the message don't go through to the first lady and with president in hope that they go do right by Sierra Leonean. First lady, you have the right to enjoy yourself, but at the same time again given the obvious, there's something called empathy wherein you for basically be very careful as to the message where you get out there in terms of how much you care about Sierra Leone or Sierra Leonean, and also now they think about how we're able to forget these individual the one they want to mention. Give me 1 second guys. The one they want to mention in terms of how we go able to forget them to getting back to the norm in the example of some of them when they are always so displaced in terms of them, you know, they leave them usual life, unfortunately then get the disaster as in the example of the vulnerable or the less fortunate in mile 6 and the orphanage, and the list goes on. How we go able for repatriate them to the communities where they live prior to them incidents they are. Until next time, hey Mr. DC Cookie Cole, good night sir. Until next time, this is Salon for All and Voice for All Network Television. I am your host Khadija Tijan Nabi. May God bless we all. God bless the Republic of Sierra Leone. And as I say, let's keep on trying. No, not give up on Salon. And I thank you so much guys for your time. Too many places around the world: Australia, Italy, Mexico, Turkey, India, Republic of Sierra Leone, of course, United Kingdom, where else? United States of America, in are all equally appreciated. In our way live in the Republic of Sierra Leone. Thank you. Given the obvious, in a still it take in a using a fund them for top up for then I just joined. We appreciating a greatly. They look forward to Wednesday, God willing, where I go dedicate and that did it to Ina and also gain us some information about the platform itself. God bless Ina, God bless the Republic of Sierra Leone, God bless the United States of America, and God bless everywhere where Sierra Leoneans can find themselves. May God be with we all. Until next time, once again, this is Salon for All, Voice for All Network Television. I am your host Khadija Tijan Nabi. Bye.